Hello everyone. You know who this is. Yet you have absolutely no idea. Of course.
Wow. Somebody gonna be famous. Real famous.
I sit here writing to you now with my exceptionally long penis buried deeply and warmly into my vagina butt.
Isn't that neat?
Tony Hunter 77 has joined the game.
Call 911. This place needs to be swatted. It's obnoxious.
You have a bully cabal.
You don't find people being bullied into suicide on 4chan.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
Okay, if he says any more bad words, I'm gonna hang up on him. He doesn't own Kiwi Farm, and he died less than me. A little kid named Moon owns Kiwi Farm.
How do they make this more and more epic every time?
I'm sorry, I'm a soy-filled bitch and like your videos.
If we get Donald Trump just to tweet out, I mean, you know, just a tweet that mentions the hashtag Gamergate, it doesn't even necessarily matter how we use it. Man, the blue check marks are going to shit their fucking pants.
It's 2019. I can't believe anybody believes in a spinning fucking ball of water.
True. I bet you when Jim finds out, he's gonna just give me so much shit.
One never knows when the homosexual is about.
I've had over 1,000 rejections in real life, 2,000 rejections online, so that's 3,000 rejections total. I aim as low as possible. I aim for obese women, ideally ugly and obese. I would do anything just for a 300-pound ugly white girl.
I said it's not even hot.
You are not allowed to bring her to the hospital. No, you get no permission to fucking do it.
You gotta be kidding. It's just like this declaration, right, of male dominance.
Put that in your pipe.
I definitely cheated on Super Mario with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Stop doing this stuff.
He's like the blue seductress who takes me out into the night and does wonderful things to me.
Enough! Stop!
How can a Yorkshire Terrier live in the wild? It's in plain sight, but you just don't see it. You know what I mean?
You were picking on a guy weaker than you, weren't you, Jim?
I might say it's because you're a loser who's playing to an audience of children.
I'd like to join your posse, boys, but first I'm going to sing a little song.
He's the very best. He's the roofiest, ruthless cowboy in
Okay. Oh, fuck.
You have a bully cabal that you have created.
Bully cabal. Outer heaven.
What else would you call it?
I'd call it the Swedish Squad. We spread hugs and love across the internet.
Bullshit. You know that's not true. You know what you do.
What am I? Name the bully. No. Name the bully for a thing. Bully Hunter will help you.
You don't want to build a wall. Instead, you want to use a military approach and run sorties over drug cartels.
Sure, and work with Mexico to rebuild its country. Yeah, sure. If we're going to invest money into something, why not in making Mexico better so that a bunch of fucking people don't run away from that country into ours?
Okay. That's brilliant.
This is like the ultimate condescending argument from somebody that's never ever been in a shitty position in their entire life. Like, I can't even believe that somebody.
What the fuck you're talking
I don't. You can't. Either that or you lack zero empathy or have zero intelligence. I'm not part of your lying, doxing, harassing teenage fan club. I'm someone doing something in real life.
And I have an army of mercenary children wreaking havoc on web forums from here to hell and back.
You understand I'm a person, don't you? Do you think white people act like this? White people are meant to be polite and respectful to one another, and you guys can't even act like white people. It's really like amazing to me.
Jim, it's people like you that need to get a bullet to the head. Because you're promoting hatred, bigotry.
Is it bigotry against pedophiles? Pedophobia. It's pedophobia.
You're low rent, low IQ trash. I was 100% right to call you a religious bigot. It's what you and your fans are.
But as a white person who is male, you're never told that there's anything you can do. You have no idea what it's like to be told you're not supposed to do that. That's not the kind of job for you, because the sky is the fucking limit.
What I was saying was that there's this YouTuber that I admire very much, that I used to admire, but I realized that his game is to punch down. But he always mocks people who are weak, who are small. I can't stand the big guy who bullies me, or tries to bully me.
There is a toxicity that has developed among gamers.
Among gamers.
Okay.
All right. It is actually, it feels
gamers are evil.
Somewhat fascist in the
fascism
way
in gaming.
it's working.
So much fascism. We're gonna be talking about fascism. Hello, chat. Welcome to the fascist squad. That's gonna get me clipped. That's gonna get me clipped. Welcome, my Ubermensch. Welcome, my Ubermensch. Welcome. I'm gonna get clipped on that one. Oh, I'm going to hell. Anyway, you're from Canada. Okay, listen, it matters. It's context. Context, chat. Did I say I was racist publicly? Damn. We hit 8K and I cancel myself. Unbanned Leon on Twitter, so true. Where else am I going to see tweets that are going to ruin my day if I don't follow Ruin Leon? What happens to this world? To this world. Also, I do want to say something. There's a civil war currently brewing in the commentary community. My stance is who's ever funnier wins. That's how I'm going about it. Whoever's funnier wins. And right now, the one side that I think is going to win is a lot funnier. So, that's how I determine sides, who's funniest. And the one side is incredibly boring, and their points are retarded. And the other side is a lot funnier. So I'm kind of on that side just for the comedic value. Thank you for the support, Chris. I didn't say I was supporting you. Confusing. I didn't say that. Kind of based. Yeah, who's ever funnier gets my vote. That's all it is. All right, let's get it started. Hello, chat. Hello, Rusty King of Utah, Zach, Hannah, Shogun, Confusing, Ahsoka, welcome, Spectre, Gaming Witch. Hello, everybody. Now, I understand that that Tom is live and a bunch of others, but I don't care who watches this, who doesn't watch it. My thing is I genuinely just want to see, and I want to explain to you guys why I believe this is the worst shit show of all time. Now, you can tell from the title, there are two topics we're going over today. Number one is my best friend, Keffals, the greatest trans advocate in human history, a woman that is so infallible that she constantly has to make video updates about how depressing her life is and how cocaine ruined her life. Great. I don't care. Get in line with all the other people that are addicted to cocaine. Then you have the other half of the drama with Vangelina. If you don't know, I went over Vangelina's video involving H-Bomber Guy before the locust swarm that is r/YouTube drama, which, hey guys, at the subreddit, since you know who I am now, you could try just sucking on a little bit of that real quick. That'd be great. You know, I'll teabag your face, I'll teabag your mom, your dad. I don't care. I don't discriminate. I'll teabag all genders. But listen, we need to talk about the Vangelina situation because a lot of these freaks showed up into my comments section involving that stream very recently. So please, 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 post me all over the YouTube drama subreddit. I would love it. I would love it. I genuinely, give me more views. Do it, idiots. Do it, do it, do it. I'll collect all your ad revenue, all your cents. Yeah, I'm very inclusive, Mari. I'll teabag all people. That's the thing. I am gender neutral. I'm actually very accepting. Just because I'll teabag your mom, your dads, and everything, we're reporting you to URR. Do it! Do it! I dare you! Chris, anything for views, Narc. So true. So very true. But we need to talk about... Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the situation here. Please stop teabagging my relatives. No. That's a no. Well, I teabag Kanye, probably. It do be like that. Yes. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. When I want to make a point, I just do the most Italian thing possible and grope my cock and balls. But listen, we're getting distracted. We're getting distracted. Okay? We are going to be talking about my favorite advocate for the trans community, Keffals. I think she looks amazing in this photo, honestly. The cocaine has not rotted her brain at all. It's actually totally false. I'm going to be real, you know? Like, I think, you know, like what Tipster said, she cleans up like a shiny new penny. Like, dude, she looks like shit in this photo. You're wondering to yourself, Chris, why are you being so rude? Well, you know, like, there's certain things, you know, there's certain things that we have to go over, but we're gonna let that marinate for a little bit. I think Keffals looks incredible in this photo. Incredible. Just perfect. And the reason I'm saying that is because Tipster, my favorite Mexican man, I'm so genuinely sorry you've had to endure so much. As your friend, all I want for you more than anything is for you to be happy. I hope you can find whatever it is that brings you joy. And I'm here for you to support you. No matter how hard it gets, please take care of yourself. I'm here if you need me. He wrote this like a tier 3 simp in a Pokemon fucking chat. Dude. Come on. Do you just want to give us content? Like, do you just want us to have the content? Are you doing this on purpose? like you know that we're going to see this. You know what? He doesn't care. He doesn't care. That's fine. I'll milk those titties all day long. Now, I want to bring something up to you guys. Now, do you see this person here? If you remember, I went over an incel video, an incel documentary called Shy Boys about a year back. You should definitely watch it. It's a great watch. We infiltrate the forum. I tell them they're all sweaty, disgusting pigs, and that I shower more than them, so I win by default. Now, if you notice, this person kind of looks like a certain person. Now, that's not me being transphobic. That's just me stating a fact. So, please, before the transphobia comments come in, oh, Chris, you're being transphobic. Shut up. I'm bullying one person. One. I'm not being transphobic. Keffals equals incel. So, well, no, Keffals equals cuck. If you remember, she let her partner, who apparently and allegedly attempted to rob a bank recently. That's funny that her doctoral candidate partner apparently and allegedly decided to rob a bank. Or was that the person that helped them with the DIY HRT directory? Maybe that's the one. It is what it is. I'm being incelophobic? Absolutely. Incels have no place in this world. They're monsters. Chris the bigot. You guys are fucking douchebags. I'm not a bigot. I just like to laugh at people. That's all I'm here for at this point in my life and career. Why do you think we're growing? Because I've stopped giving a shit. And I'm just having fun with you guys. But listen, you guys aren't here for me to rant and rave about how Keffals looks in these photos. You're not here for that, chat. You're not here for that. What you're here for is the video, I can't do this anymore. Which, Keffals, that's really funny. Because within less than 24 hours, you uploaded another video. So you can keep doing this. You're just bullshitting everybody. So please, come with me on this journey as to why Keffals can't do this anymore. What happened? What happened? You know, she just got off on the H3H3 Vosh drama. What is happening? What happened to our best friend and trans advocate, Keffals?
Hey everyone, if you've been wondering why you haven't been seeing me on camera recently, it's because I've been going through kind of a dark time. It's been...
Well, you shouldn't be streaming then. If you're going through a dark time, don't stream. I'm sorry, don't stream. Oh, but that's my income. Don't go online. Easy answer. Don't go online. Don't post. Stay off the internet. Especially you. You should stay off the internet. But again, I say this every time. I feel like this is a recurring theme every time Keffals makes one of these fucking, in my opinion, bait videos for us to feel bad about her. And this is my thing. Right? And this is something that I don't think a lot of people have realized yet. I think the Mudahar video got her shook. Got her shook. Hard shook.
It's hard to be on camera and to talk about things, but I kind of just want to lay it all out there. If you're unaware, this is the year.
You know what's worse is that I put her at 1.5 speed and she sounds normal.
Anniversary. Just a bit over a week now of...
Thank you for the subscription. We have a goal to reach 10K subscribers on this channel. I wish to overtake Keffals one day.
Everything that happened last year.
Laughter is bigotry. Wrong.
Camera and to talk about things, but I kind of just want to lay it all out there. If you're unaware, this is the year anniversary, just a bit over a week now, of everything that happened last year, of when I had to go to rehab. And I know I was...
Cocaine! 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 Woo! I love that shit. No, I'm kidding. I've never done cocaine. I've never done it because I know I'd like it too much. That's my issue. I think I would like cocaine a lot. That's why I never did it. Because I know I'd be addicted to cocaine. Very easily. So, I feel like it's a bad idea. But that's just me. I seem very excited about cocaine. I am.
Was the butt of a lot of jokes.
Yes! I made a whole stream dedicated to you as a joke. During the Click live stream. If you haven't watched it yet, that one is monetized somehow. And you can see me pretending to take hits of coke every time I say the dreaded R word.
Having to go to rehab. But the honest truth about that was I was in an incredibly dark place. I was so close to losing my life last year because I did not want to be alive anymore, and I was doing every drug that I could find in order to numb that pain, in order to make that feeling go away, because I didn't feel like there was any hope for my future. And when I was in rehab, I proposed to a girl. She lived in Ireland, and
I propose... Okay. What? Okay. Rule number 1 in rehab. Don't fall in love. Rule number 2. Don't use your shoes to hang yourself. Well, technically, your shoelaces. I don't think they allow you to have those. Rule number 3. Don't bang any of the other inmates. Or addicted people? What's the word? What is the regular term for somebody that's locked in a methadone clinic? I don't know. Would I call them inmates? Would I call them inmates, or would I call them drug addicts? Patients. Thank you. Patients. I will call them patients. I will not be a bigot. There is no such thing as bigotry on the ChrisTheNarc channel. Incels. There's no such thing as bigotry on this channel. Weed ain't a drug. No, it's not. It's a plant.
Made the decision to move here. And now I call Ireland my home. And I was really happy for that opportunity, not only because I love her deeply, but because I wanted a fresh start. I wanted to get away.
I feel like having a fresh start wouldn't equate to you wanting to get married to another drug addict. In the middle of your rehab. I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should do that. I think that's really bad, actually. But hey, she's in love. She's in love, chat. We have to be open-minded to love in this world. Without love, what do we have? Nothing. We don't have a damn thing. Without love, life is useless. And even Keffals deserves love. Even she does.
Away from all of the horrible memories, all of the shattered hopes and broken
shattered hopes
dreams that I associate with my hometown. And I took that opportunity.
Broken dreams, dude. You're living a life of luck. You're literally living a life that people would kill for. Being a streamer and a YouTuber. Like, you're living the dream. People would kill to do that. How don't you realize that you're living a good dream?
And I'm really fortunate to call Ireland.
Now okay, Ireland, listen. I love Ireland. Great country. I'm planning on visiting again soon. But, me hearties, that she probably won't last there very long. Based on her track record of constantly moving. I don't know. That's not implying anything. That's just based on observations I've noticed.
In my home, it's a beautiful country, but this has been an incredibly hard anniversary for me. And this isn't related at all, by the way, to any of the drama. Like,
bullshit! I'm calling bullshit. Do you want to know why? Chat, do you want to know why? Because nobody uploads a video like this. This is not a normal upload. Like, right off the heels of a drama and you're doing a whole, like, sympathy thing? I'm sorry. I think this is you trying to soften the blow of people that don't like you again. And now there's a whole renewed conversation over the dumb shit you've done. So, I don't believe you when you say that. Is that me being a total douchebag about it? Probably. But I don't believe it. I don't believe what you're saying here. I think you're bullshitting me.
This has nothing to do with Vosh or Ethan Klein. Like, Vosh fucked up. I'm not defending him. He can defend himself on the...
I'm not defending him. You didn't say not defending him anymore. Work on your words, Keffals. Because you did defend him. You fought Ethan about it. Then you got mad about it. When Vosh didn't go the way that you wanted him to, and then you were in your Discord going, Vosh made me burn the last bridge I had to a big creator. Choose your wording. You're not defending him anymore. Proper sentence structure. Proper grammar. Please, it's very important because you're gonna have to be really concise when that Muda video comes out.
The ways that he messed up, and I'm pretty sure Ethan Klein is currently in some sort of drama because he mocks someone who set themselves on fire.
Okay, listen. The guy that set himself on fire isn't changing the world. There, I said it. I don't care. He's not changing the world. He lit himself on fire. Wow, that's gonna change so fucking much in the Middle East. It's gonna really repair fucking the bridge between Israel and Gaza and Palestine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Ethan can make fun of that. Ethan's made fun of worse shit. Like, who cares?
I honestly haven't been keeping up. I don't care. I'm making this video because, like, I don't like...
It's horrible that he did that. It's horrible that he sacrificed his life for that like that. But, like, holy shit. Why does she try to throw that as, like, a dig at him?
Not being authentic. I don't like not being real.
Where's the money? Where's the money, Lebowski? Where's the $100,000? Where is it? Where's the money, Alex? I need to see the money then.
With my audience, I've always hated being inauthentic. I've always hated hiding who I am. And the risk that I run by being vulnerable like this, because I know the moment this video is going to go out, I am going to be relentlessly mocked. Go check the comment section.
Hi. Hello. Hello, chat. Hello. The minute I upload this, I'm going to be relentlessly mocked. Welcome. Hello. It's nice to see you again, Keffals.
Like, as soon as this video goes out, and fuck, give it a like too, if this means something to you, because I appreciate it. Boop. I appreciate every single person who I have helped in any way throughout all the years I've been a content creator.
Dude, you are literally a YouTuber and a streamer. Like, yeah, can people be like, thank you for getting me through my toughest time? Sure. But you don't need to, like, bring that up to make yourself be like, I've helped, you know, I'm thankful for everybody who supports me. Fuck off. Thank you for the 13 months, QTV. Race to 10K, Chris or Xylee. It's Xylee. I'm just saying it's Xylee. It's Xylee. It's Xylee. Xylee's deserved it. Wait, what am I looking at, Hannah? Are you fucking serious? Repsion is fucking killing it right now. Just saw this in my YouTube comments. This is just targeted harassment. What the fuck? I haven't even finished reading it yet. If you want to side with a far-right forum that made multiple people game end themselves, I can't stop you. But having big YouTubers go out of their way to say stuff like this to me is disgusting. This was posted on a video where I talk about my mental health problems, and now I'm struggling with depression. I had to remove dozens of comments of people telling me to end myself on the same video. I never even mentioned Kiwi Farms. Does she deserve to get told to end her life? No, I'll admit that. Don't do that, because we lose the content. Because we lose the content if we do that. But, like, it's just ridiculous. Why even pay attention? Repsion doesn't really even upload anymore. He just has a check mark, dude. Like, calm down. Holy shit.
Suffered so much in the last several years of doing this. I've been doxxed, I've been swatted, I've been hacked. I've had people show up outside of my house. Like, it has been...
Okay. I've been doxxed, swatted, and hacked. Okay. So, the doxing, you did that to yourself 2 times on purpose, and you said you made yourself a lightning rod on purpose to be doxed. So you can continue the Drop Kiwi Farms campaign. The swatting, bad, obviously. Like, I won't defend that. I won't do that at all. It's fucked up. But, like, you also did lie about how the swatting occurred multiple times, and it's changed the story multiple times. So I am inclined to believe that nothing happened there. Other than the cops knocked on your door and went, hello, Miss Sorrenti? Do you have any guns in your house? Like, and then outside your house, well, yeah. Like, come on, man. Yeah, I know it wasn't Kiwi Farms. I know the other website.
It has been hell, but it has been so rewarding. And I don't want to ever have to stop just because people give me a hard time. Because I know that I'm making a difference. And I know that a lot of people respect me for all...
Okay. There's a lot of people that respect her. A lot of people respect me. No, they don't. The overall consensus on you after you had your little tirade trying to deplatform people, calling people Nazis, bigots, transphobes, blaming the incorrect website for your information getting leaked, and then trying to make $100,000 without any sort of updates on what you're doing with the money. You know, like, this is the thing. I don't think people respect you. Brianna Wu does, I guess. But nobody respects Brianna Wu. So, nobody respects Brianna. So, like, who gives a shit? Like, what the fuck?
All of the things I've done. Throughout all of my fuck-ups. Throughout all of the bad decisions that I've made.
It's just Tipster. Well, Tipster also, funny enough, yeah, there's people behind me that support me. You do realize Tipster shit on you with the rest of us, right? Because Tipster was actually just regurgitating talking points instead of looking into shit. Because that's what he does. Who's Brianna Wu? Dude, don't ask me that. Even Keffals and Brianna Wu don't like each other. When did that happen?
And I don't think I'm perfect. Of course I've made mistakes.
Yes, you've made mistakes, like trying to deplatform people, calling people Nazis, pedophiles. You also took credit for deplatforming Destiny and Mr. Medicare. What else? The DIY HRT directory. That's another one. Fuck. There's a laundry list of shit. Like, I don't care that you said retard. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't care. People take issue with that. It's like, oh, she's ableist. It's a word. Shut the fuck up. You also call people pedos and then get mad when you get called a pedo. Like, your logic's all over the place.
But I'll always do my best to own that. I'll always do my
I'll always do my best to own that. Yeah, okay, motherfucker. Where's the 100,000 then? Hey, Chris, did you ban me? Why would I ban you, Doug? What the fuck? I would never ban you, Doug. Never.
best to try to be better. And part of that is transparency and just saying where I'm at right now and saying what I want for the future of my channel and my content in general. And
you just want to do what every fucking creator does when they're out of ideas. Start a brand new channel and pray to God that your old audience goes over and watches it. You pray to God. That's what you hope for. Because you have nothing. You've never had anything. The best you had was being popular on Twitter for ratioing people. Congratulations, Keffals. That kind of famous way of living dissipates very quickly. Congratulations, girl. You reached it. You reached your peak. Now it's all downhill, baby. Welcome to the ground. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome.
How I want to change, how I interact with my audience, there's gonna be some changes. I can't live stream anymore. For the foreseeable future, I just can't do it anymore. Live streaming is honestly, I think, made me a worse person.
What are you talking about? Like, your whole career was starting off live streaming. Like, what? Guys, am I crazy? Was she not like a Twitch streamer at the beginning of her career? Am I crazy or am I stupid? I don't know which one. Help me. Help me. What is happening? Twitch streaming made me more of a terrible person. Bitch, you started as a live streamer. Like, God.
I think like the live streaming environment has made me paranoid because it is
paranoid. You start barking at her and shit.
It is a format where people have unlimited access to troll and harass you, and you can only
oh sweet God, all you do is get a bunch of mods that actually want to mod. They're gonna troll you in the comment sections of YouTube. They're gonna troll you on Twitter. They're gonna troll you in DMs. Get over it. Be an adult and ignore it. The minute you say a line like that, that's a green light. A green light for the worst kind of people to start coming at you. How haven't you learned that yet? How haven't you learned that yet? I'll give it 3 days before she returns to live streaming, since she hasn't learned her lesson the second, third, fourth, or fifth time. I agree with you, Jack. I agree with you.
Take so much of that before it gets under your skin. And I've also felt like I've been stuck in this cycle of just endlessly churning out slop that I'm not even proud of. You know, it's just.
Then why did you make it? Then why did you make it? There's my question. Why make it then? If you genuinely believed it's slop, what was the point of making it? What was the point of even starting then? What's the point? What's the point? If you aren't trying to constantly evolve and build, what was the point of starting in the first place if you noticed early on that it was slop? Just, like... yeah, like a true crime channel isn't slop nowadays. Okay. Sure, dude. Dude is also a gender-neutral term before one of Keffals' asshole fans flags this stream.
Stuff that within a day or two no one cares about. It just comes and goes so quickly that none of it feels meaningful, and a lot of it doesn't feel like it has any rewatch value at all. And
because you're boring. You've always been boring. Do you hear how slow you're talking? I have to put you at 1.5 speed so that you sound like you're talking in a cohesive manner.
I really want to make stuff that has more meaning than that. I want to be able to put more thought into what I'm doing. Even if it makes me less money, even if I get less views for doing it, I want to be fulfilled in what I'm doing. I have this channel.
You should have just done it, bro. Like, why did you even make the content then? By the way, shout out to the 2 new members. Thank you, Shala, for the membership, and then I'm pretty sure there was another member earlier. I missed out. Oh my God, we have to scroll all. Okay, I can't scroll all the way back. Thank you to that person for becoming a member earlier.
That you're all watching this video on right now, and I'm gonna be putting short form and long form video essays on it.
Keffals in short form content is maybe the funniest goddamn thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I'm gonna make shorts. Hey guys, we're gonna talk about Ted Bundy and how he murdered a bunch of women. Man, such an amazing short. Incredible. During the edits, you're gonna have to, like, speed yourself up a little bit just so it can fit the short format.
I'll also do videos like this if you want me to. Just let me know in the comments, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Honestly, I know that things need to change. I'm going to be seeing a psychiatrist soon. I had a situation when I moved here that the antidepressant that I was on for a really long time, it wasn't approved for use in Ireland, and I had to be taken off it. And now that I'm in a depressive episode again, I realize I need help. So I'm going to be seeing a psychiatrist.
Then, bro, don't upload a YouTube video about this. Why are you doing this? Guys, I'm really depressed. I can't get my antidepressants. I need to make a YouTube video and see it shrink. Wait, one of those things did not need to happen. And it's this. This one specific thing didn't need to happen. It didn't. There was no need for it to be made. Just go talk to a therapist. That is it. That's all you needed to do. Why make a YouTube video? Just do it. You don't need to justify everything that you're doing.
Just pretty soon to deal with that and to try to feel okay again. It's going to be a bit of a journey, but I know I'm going to be okay. I have a lot of people who care about me. And
Tipster, my favorite Latin American hippopotamus, the man, the myth, the legend, known as the Great Tip.
I'm starting to feel like I have a sense of hope again. As for my live channel, I'm going to keep it to shorts. If I do go...
No, please don't make shorts. I'm begging you. It's not going to go well. They're going to be boring as shit. It's really going to be fucking boring. Oh, I need this. I need that real quick. Thank you, Chud Logic, for being a goat.
Go back to live streaming, and I'm still working on Scared Awake. I'm still going to be releasing a video every 2 weeks. I'll leave it in the description if you want to subscribe. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but horror content has always been like a really big special interest of mine. And if I can get that off the ground...
I don't believe that. Do you want to know why I don't believe that? Because I think Nick said it best last night, because I can't formulate the words proper, but I think what he said is like every YouTuber that's like failing, right? They either stop uploading or they try a true crime channel. And that's kind of like, that's like bottom of the barrel. That's not very original, nor is it going to be successful because you are entering into an overly saturated market. Also, your voice is not made for true crime. I'm going to be real. There's certain people that have the voice for true crime, you know? But, like, she doesn't. She doesn't have the voice for it.
That would be really cool. I'm just going to keep chipping away at it because if it does get off the ground and I can make that work, that's awesome. And if it doesn't, I'm enjoying doing it. And that's what matters. Being able to create stuff.
You know what I thought? You know what I thought of just now? Do you think her fans put her at 1.5 speed? I feel like they do, and they just won't tell her. They were like, oh, Keffals uploaded. Man, I want to watch this, but it's so slow. And they just put it in 1.5 like the rest of us.
And put stuff out in the world that matters means a lot to me. Being vulnerable like this is honestly terrifying, but I really want to be. I really appreciate being able to be this vulnerable. I've never tried to hide the facts from my audience. I've been pretty transparent. I've always struggled with mental health issues.
Oh, God. I've always struggled with mental health issues. You know, I addicted to cocaine. Kiwi Farms hates me because I'm a total bitch. You know, people don't like me because I tried deplatforming other people. Like, just a lot of this. Just a lot of, like, I feel so fucking bad for myself. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. No one on the internet gives a shit. Nobody. Put it in to 0.25 speed. I wonder how bad it is. I wonder if it's even intelligible.
I've been diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD.
Stop! Why did you tell me to put it on that speed right now when she's talking about all of her diagnoses? You guys are dicks.
Major depressive disorder. I've tried to take my own life before. I've been in psychiatric hospitals. I went to rehab. Multiple members of my family also took their own lives. And there are people, when they see me talk about this stuff, they mock me for it. But honestly, I think it takes strength to speak openly about these things, because the alternative is that you don't. And personally, I know a lot of people who would still be in this world today and would still be in my life if they talked about it.
You should talk to people around you, friends, family, not the internet. That might be a lot more helpful to your mental health if you didn't constantly tell the internet how you were feeling on a daily basis. So people like me and Nick and all the other people who think you're a fucking scumbag don't have more ammunition to laugh at you about. I'm sorry. Just be the adult. Be an adult. Whoa! Handle your shit. The internet is not your friend.
Keffals is gonna try to tap into analog horror or something and blame transphobia when it doesn't get anywhere. Mark my words.
Bet me $50 donated to my channel if that happens. As someone who has
ADHD, it is not an excuse for any awful
No.
action. It's a bullshit excuse. Don't fall for it.
Why would I fall for it? I have ADHD too. Everybody has ADHD nowadays. Then there's also the aspect of like BPD, autism, all that shit, right? Like, that's not an excuse for you to do and say shitty stuff. It doesn't give an excuse. I don't give a fuck. You are a functioning human being living in society. You aren't like completely and utterly brain dead. You aren't that, so you're fine. Be an adult.
So thank you for giving me that opportunity.
Okay. Well, I want to play a game with you, chat. I want to give you guys something to work with here. We're going to do a poll. Okay, chat, we're going to do a poll. Who is the best victim? Alrighty then, we have Lex. We have Tipster. We have Keffals. And we have DSP. Vote, chat. I will let that poll sit there for the remainder of the stream. Whoever voted for DSP that fast is shocking to me. Damn, you jumped on that. Whoa, DSP's... What the fuck is happening? What is happening? Okay, there we go. That's making more sense now. Why is DSP and Keffals fighting each other for first place? But listen. This is a good question. Listen. It's a good question. I can't believe DSP is beating out Keffals. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy. DSP is victim pilled. He is victim pilled. Only know 2 people on the poll. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna leave that up for you guys. Now, I don't want to jump ahead just yet. So Keffals made a video. I haven't seen it yet. Oh wait. I forgot to show something to you guys. I fucked up. I jumped ahead. Chat. I fucked up. Oops. I messed up.
Hey.
We have to look at the pinned comment real quick. I feel like I'm going to get the inevitably going to get the lol. Why do they talk so slow? That's towards us, chat. That's towards us. Comments. One of the symptoms of depression I experienced is called psychomotor retardation. That's a medical term. Let's take a look at the definition of psychomotor retardation real quick. Psychomotor retardation involves a slowing down of thought and a reduction of physical movements in an individual. It can cause visible slowing of physical and emotional reactions, including speech and affect. Psychomotor retardation is more commonly seen in people with major depression and in the depressed phase of bipolar disorder, BPD. It is also associated with the adverse effects of certain drugs, cocaine, such as benzos. Particularly in an inpatient setting, psychomotor retardation may require increased dosages. I love that. Also, Phil won. I can't believe Phil won that poll. That is fucking shocking to me. Out of Keffals and Tipster, DSP won. Holy shit. Cocaine. Oh, cocaine. Keffals looked up the Wikipedia for everything. It makes it sound look more like a victim. Wait, am I done yet? If you experience this, there is help for it. Brown heart. Like, what the fuck? What, Smaggle? The fuck do you want, Mushmouth? What is this? Femion? What the fuck is... Wait, what the fuck? Femios. Hello, I am Femios. I'm here to debate you. Hello, Keffal. I heard you're looking for content suggestions. I really think you should do a video explaining where the 100,000 you stole from your audience went. What the fuck? I'm very eager to find out how so much money can magically disappear as if it went up your nose or something. Bro, this is them trolling. There's no way. Femios was literally used as a debate ploy against Augie and Nick. There is no shot that Femios meant that. Femios is also apparently a doxer, which is just great. It's just great. Okay. Okay, chat. Buckle up. Buckle up. This is where I'm going to try my absolute hardest not to this is where I'm going to try my hardest not to be called transphobic. Okay? I'm going to try my hardest. Okay? Because I am not a transphobic individual at all in any context. But I do like making fun of Keffals. So, take that as you will.
The other day, I have a lot of thoughts that I want to put out there about it. The reaction to it was honestly quite interesting.
Quite interesting. You mean me portraying myself as a victim for the 19th time in a row when you get into drama and try to back off later? Did it work this time? Oh, fuck! Now I have to make a response video about how it's just me being trans.
And not in the way that I think you would expect. So if you didn't watch the video is basically me saying that I've been struggling with mental health issues, something that I have not really made a secret.
Why would you post the video? Then I don't know. Should I feel bad for you? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for you. You know? You tried picking a fight with me one time, and you looked like a retard. And I'm gonna keep winning!
Over the last several years of my career, and that it's increasingly hard for me to live stream for a couple reasons. One of those reasons is because it's a lot.
Man, she is super full of energy now. You know, the depression doesn't really seem to be affecting her right now. You know, that last video, she sounded actually depressed. Now she's like, motherfuckers, how come a lot of you that don't like me didn't accept my video? Wouldn't you just be happy with the support that you have, like the happy people? Why do you have to try and fight us? Because you know what we're gonna do. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, you know what's gonna happen every time. You do this on purpose. You've done this on purpose for 3 years. 3 years. You daft cunt. 3 years. Stop it.
Live environment, people harass me quite a bit. They have full access to be able to do that in a way that other formats like YouTube videos, they do not have that kind of access.
Have you never checked your comment section? Also, if you use a YouTube chat, you can put in words that are blocked by YouTube, and you could get moderators to moderate bad words and horrible things about you. It's not that hard. It's literally not that hard. Like, bro, you were a Twitch streamer for God knows how long, and you don't know how to moderate your own chat? Come on. Come the fuck on. Like, let's just be fucking honest here. You don't your mods don't give a shit? Are they just not working? Like, what the fuck? How lazy are you?
It's incredibly emotionally taxing to hide symptoms of depression. One of the things that I suffer from, which I'm sure this
upload videos when you're feeling up to them. Don't go live. There you go. Super easy. I just cured your depression.
Video will get which I feel
that hurt my ears.
Symptoms of depression. One of the things that I suffer from, which I'm sure this video will get which I feel like this video might even get demonetized.
Why would you put that into okay. What if you fuck up on the first take? Why are you keeping it in the second take? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Why are you? Why? Like, what? You have 53,000 subscribers. How do you do stupid shit like this?
If I were to actually say it out loud, so I'll just put it on the screen. It is a symptom that causes my speech
psychomotor retardation. I said it.
To slow down, causes my emotional reactions to slow down. I also experience something called fibrofog, which is a symptom of fibromyalgia, which makes it so it's harder for me to react.
Oh my fucking god. I have never seen so. To everyone that voted for Phil, I'm gonna be real. I don't agree with you. I don't. I'm coming after all the Phil people right now in my chat. We're not on the same page here. For the first time ever, me and my chat are at odds with each other. There is no fucking shot that Phil is acting more as a victim recently than Keffals. You're blowing my mind.
As quickly as I would like to. And this has been often a thing that people have.
That's her excuse for the dead air.
Mocked me for consistently, even though these are.
Yes, because you're boring. Because you're boring.
things that I'm not making a conscious decision to do. So getting to the point of this video, I'm sure you saw the like to dislike ratio, which, again, thank you all so much for your support. It really
Nobody watched it. I just did, and then Diorio watched it.
Does mean a lot to me. But it's kind of crazy how many hate watchers that I have, like people who go out of their way in order to negatively engage with me.
That's what you did to everyone else for 3 years, bitch. And now that it's happening to you, it's like, oh my god, please don't fucking treat me like shit. That's what you're doing.
Even when it has absolutely nothing to do with any of the things that they are supposedly upset about. I wanted to show you all like some of the absolutely deranged comments that were in the replies of this. And again, this is a video about mental health. This doesn't even have anything to do with trans people or trans issues whatsoever.
Oh god.
People continuously try to bring it back to this point. My moderators cleaned up the comment section, so I don't have any of these comments to show you. But one of the ones that I saved down, like less than 3 minutes after the video went live, can really demonstrate how absolutely bizarre some.
If you leave, nobody would shed a tear and everyone would celebrate in unison. Kind of true. Kind of true. First half is true. Wah, I'm a PDF file. Wah. Let me play victim and delete comments. Wah.
Of these comments were. This is someone who is openly saying that they.
First half.
I hope that I unalive myself. I don't even understand like what.
Whoa. Why are you saying that this person told you to unalive yourselves? They just said if you left, no one would shed a tear. Which, I'm gonna be real. If you just gave up YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, all that shit, no one care. Nobody would care. Oh, shit, we'd forget about you in like less than a week. Nobody would talk about you again. Other than where the 100,000 is. That's really it.
Drives a person to behave like this in the first place. I have never.
Luna Farfiet is a degen? Who the fuck is that? Am I supposed to know who they are?
Gone out of my way to dislike bomb a video of another creator or like leave negative comments in the replies. I try to focus on my own stuff and my own community. I don't get it. Now, I know it's some.
No, you don't. I try to focus on my own stuff and my own community, but you'll get into fights with people over things that aren't based around your community. You'll pick fights with people randomly on the internet for your community. Fuck off. You don't do anything for your community. What have you done? The Catboy Ranch. That's all you've done. And even then, it's kind of fucking suspect that you had a Discord server full of people, minors from what I've been told, and illegally giving them DIY HRT hormones under the table without any sort of doctoral supervision whatsoever. That's bad. You are a streamer. You are not a medical professional. Neither is that freak that admitted to pink pilling people and trying to convince them that they're trans when they're not. So please, explain to me what you've done for your community.
Of you are going to say, Kufel Clara, Sorrenti, Keffel. Why are you engaging with all of these hate comments? Stop.
Yeah, yes. And the collars. I forgot. She allegedly issued collars to the people in Catboy Ranch. I find that weird. Fucking cat collars. Like, what the fuck?
Engaging with the negativity. And it's like, I agree with you.
Yeah, then don't do it! I agree with you that I shouldn't be engaging in nasty comments. Then what are you doing here? Why are you doing here? Why are you making this video? Then what are you doing here?
Like, I couldn't even bring up most of these comments because I have my moderators remove most of the incredibly bigoted comments that I get on literally every single video I have ever uploaded to YouTube. But the reason why I wanted to show this in the first place was to talk about how much of an impact that has. It literally just is so nasty and such a pervasive part of my life, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, if I engage with it, it gets worse. If I ignore it, people see it as a challenge to actually.
No, they don't. Your mindset is completely wrong. Your mindset is literally the most wrong thing I've ever heard. People take that as a challenge to try and piss me off. Dude, don't engage. Ignore it. Don't stay on your phone. Don't be on Twitter. Don't check your comment section. There you go. That's all you have to do.
Actually harass me more because they want me to engage with it. And it's because
No! Oh my fucking god. Yes, you're gonna have a dedicated group of people that are gonna continuously try to fuck with you forever. Ignore them. Ignore them. That's it. Ignore them. They don't exist in your world. They're gone. They're no longer around. The worst that they could do is type horrible shit on the fucking internet. And if they try to swat you, you already informed the police in your area that these people, if they try to swat me, please call me first or come to my home and we'll have a discussion about it instead of you sending a SWAT team. It's that simple. Like I don't get it. Your mindset is so fucking wrong.
become this thing that is just constantly in the background no matter what I'm doing. It really is hard to deal with.
Thank you for the 260 people that are in chat right now, by the way. Make sure you like the stream. Donate if you can. I appreciate y'all. Especially with all the other streamers going. Means a lot to me.
And I think, honestly, being so exposed to it has led me to being a more toxic person. It's also led to bad situations where I'm more closed off to criticism because whenever people are mad at me, even if they have a legitimate reason to be mad at me, this constant background radiation of just deranged bigotry is always there. And it's hard in my head to disassociate legitimate criticisms from the bigotry that is ever.
No. That's bullshit. Because every time somebody comes to you with legitimate criticism, you immediately call them a transphobe and say that they're wrong. That's a lie. That's a bold-faced lie. Mudahar literally said, I'm looking into the Cowboy Ranch allegations, and it's a fucked up story. We'll update more when I get the information and speak to more people. You immediately went on the attack. Like, everybody's a bigot in her head. Everybody who has an issue with her is a fucking bigot. And her pretending that it's like, oh, I can't tell the real criticism versus the bigotry. Bullshit.
Present whenever people are mad at me for something. And unfortunately, this is just the reality of not just being a YouTuber. This happens to every YouTuber.
Do you see where Fembro leaked Tipster's DMs? Wait, what? Wait. Wait, what? No shot. I don't know. Somebody find me Fembro's fucking... Did they tweet them out? Hold on, I gotta find these. I gotta find this guy's fucking account. I'm pretty sure. Fuck. Where is it? I've tweeted so goddamn. Found it. Wait. Am I stupid? I can't find it. Hold on. On YouTube? Wait, what? On YouTube? On their channel? What? No fucking way, dude. I'm not watching this whole video. I just want to see the DMs. Okay, here we go. I think... Okay. We're just gonna read the DMs. I don't want to watch this video. Listening now. I'm still listening. But it seems like a continuation of his moral consistency argument. Not actually advocating... Oh, this is about Vosh. I agree. Horrible analogy. There are millions of other examples that use to make this point that he could have used that were less controversial. Yeah, he's not advocating for it, but he thinks it's not immoral to consume CP out of the sake of consistency, which is really hardly better than...
Actually advocating for CP. But again, of you consume CP out of...
advocate and handed a straight up advocate for CP.
I think pragmatic the same argument, so it's not value example for...
Wait, I think he's intentionally went for the shock value example for attention. It worked for Destiny with the incest and pragmatic CP argument, so no surprises. I don't disagree, and neither does Vosh. He's referring to consistency in favor of removing harm from children. Oh, God. What is this one? For the record, I'm not saying that example is okay. I would use that example. I wouldn't use that example fucking ever, lol. Yeah, on its own. Weird comment. but paired with the lolly, it's not looking good. Synth apparently has Discord chat some Voss and DDG where he is still insisting consuming CP is not immoral, so he held this view for a long time. Fucking synth, dude. I will make... Okay, that's loud. That's loud. There we go. You for a long time. On its own, weird comment prepared with the lolly. Thank you for the subscription. Consuming CP is not immoral, so he held his view for a long time. I'm personally waiting for his response. If that's truth, it still holds the views. That's not good. But if it's just a horrible example to prove a point, it's just a bad choice of example. Oh, God, Tipster's retarded. Yeah, listening to more of this debate beyond the initial point and its continued argument against slave labor, which is what I expected. You're a fucking dumbass. I don't want to watch this whole fucking video.
A horrible example to...
That's the thing. He's not even arguing against it. He's just being morally consistent. He thinks there's nothing wrong with having silicon in your computer that was made from child slave labor. Child slave labor W versus CP. Cobalt W. And when asked if he thinks consuming CP is immoral, he says no. It also doesn't help his comment about how a socialist country would lower the age of consent. Ew. Like the circumstantial evidence is amounting to some very, very bad shit. Okay. Didn't think I would ever agree with Fenbro, but he's got me. Wait a minute. Yeah, I still don't think he's a pedo. I need more to come to that conclusion. I think it's clear as he is a zoophile at least. He's definitely got an uphill battle with this response. I'm definitely interested to see what he says. Wait, Fembro brings up the fact that you're also defending zoophilia because he likes horse cock. And Tipster's is like, lol, he's got an uphill battle. What the fuck? Dude, he likes horse penis. He likes horse penis. What are you talking about? What is happening? Yeah, we can agree on that. What are you talking about? I will say this, though. If I do find it interesting that all of his defenders, only Keffals and I, are being targeted. Because no one else spoke. Other leftist streamers, big and small, have defended him, but only Keffals and I got shit for it, and our arguments are being misrepresented. Dude, I am not aware that Demon Bomb has said anything, Xander Hall said anything. I'm not aware that anyone else said anything. The only person that may have said something is White Nervosa, but they blocked everybody, so nobody saw it. Like, what the fuck? You were the only two relative figures that were saying anything. Because, to be fair, you two are the most vocal from what I've seen, at least initially. People calling you and Keffals pedos are retarded. I feel like you really should have seen what those images were because it's bad. And I think you would, you knew what it looked like. You maybe went with a completely different approach. Yes, no shit. I made one tweet, and then Keffals made a tweet to defend me after Ethan called me out. By the time we had made further responses, it had already blown up, lol. I literally made one tweet before bed, and the next morning I woke up with chaos, lol. I don't know H3's motives, but I can speculate. But as for the commentary crowd, you know exactly what I'm laying down! That's a tweet. That's a tweet. I'm fucking crying. That's going up. Let's see here. Oh God, just the fucking... Is that all the DMs? I think I'm done reading these. I want to finish the Keffals video.
But this specifically is a thing that happens disproportionately to trans YouTubers, where bigots will just constantly target them and harass them. You can really tell when you start to look at like the comment numbers compared to the viewership numbers, and you kind of see that there is a disproportionate amount of comments because people are obsessively stalking and hating people that they don't like on the basis of things like their gender identity. So a good example of this is, as a slopmeister myself who consumes quite a lot of slop, I was watching a recent Sunny V2 video on Nikocado Avocado.
Oh, God. My God, dude. No, not a Sunny V2 video.
So this video has 1.
Apparently the Tipster Discord server is currently mauling over this video. Which video? You guys are just sending me so much shit right now. Oh, God, this is happening right now. Oh, man, I wish I wasn't blocked. Dude, you got temporarily suspended. Wait, LMAO crybaby. I knew the moment I wrote that you try to play victim from it. Guess what? I have my own thread there, too, and you don't see me bitching about you do you. Get over yourself. Dude, you got temporarily suspended for saying you hope that I end myself, came back, and said you hope I get R-worded in prison. That seems a little dramatic. Then came into my YouTube comments to keep harassing me. Please leave me alone. You're just being incredibly toxic. None of this constructive criticism or about accountability at all. It's literally just harassing someone you don't like for fun. He's going to get himself banned and then blame me for it when I never wanted to engage with him in the first place. Oh, God. Cry more.
4 million views. And despite having 1.4 million views, it only has 2,347 comments. So for comparison, the video I put out called Vosh and the Hypocrisy of Ethan Klein got about 86,000 views and has 4,992 comments.
Got a direct dono. Thank you, Buzzsaw. I gotta access my Ko-fi real quick. Oh no. Alright, hold on. I gotta access this thing real quick. Wait. Buzzsaw. Let me see here. Thank you for the $5 Buzzsaw. Keffals came out as medically retarded. Was not on my 2024 bingo card. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the medical retardation. I wasn't expecting that either, dude. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you for the 5. Also, make sure you check out the other link for the Lolcow trading card game. New cards out soon.
And that was after my moderators removed over 2,000 explicitly transphobic comments.
That's because you made yourself a lightning rod for people to dislike you. That's literally what you did to yourself. Sunny V2 doesn't do that. Sunny doesn't, he just makes videos talking about people and then fucks off. He doesn't get involved in stupid bullshit. Is she complaining about being ratioed in the post-downvote YouTube era? Lol, kinda true.
I think one of the worst parts about it is that over the last 2 years, I've had people poke and prod me so much that they got me to react, which then creates a situation where people hated how I reacted to the harassment I was receiving, and I get harassed for my reaction to the harassment.
Oh my God, you're such a victim. You're such a victim. It's never you. It's never your fault. It's never your actions. It's never you picking fights with other people that turn people to look back at you and go, okay, bitch, now you're going to get bitch slapped verbally here.
Harassment, creating this never-ending vitriolic cycle. But yeah, this is kind of just where I'm at. I just wanted to remind you all that this is kind of what I have to deal with as long as I'm a YouTuber. And I'm going to have my mods continue to remove the negative comments, and I'm going to continue to not search them out like I have been over the last 2 years now. I think I'm going to do more of these short—
You've been doing this for 2 years? No wonder your mental health is shit.
Short videos where I don't really have a script, and I can just—
Keffals, I'm going to tell you right now, without these hate watchers or these people that leave comments and shit, you have nothing. You have maybe a couple of 3,000 people that will probably watch you. You got nothing. You have literally nothing. Get over it.
Riff and then edit it together. If you are criticizing me in the comments and it isn't explicitly transphobic, then I'm not having my moderators remove it. I don't think that I'm immune to criticism. I'm absolutely okay with being criticized. I fucked up in the past. There are definitely areas where I am—
You still have been fucking up. It's not even the past. It was a week ago. You fucked up a week ago. Like, oh, I just fucked up in the past. It was a week ago. You balding bitch. It was a week ago. That's not the past.
Worthy of critique, and I invite you to engage in that critique. But bigotry is not critique.
You didn't like it when Ethan made fun of you.
These are two separate things, and I want to make that very clear. Anyway, that's it for this video. I've covered everything that I
Hello, bigger gamer, cats a flocking.
need to cover. I'm going to keep putting up videos like this, and let me know, again, in the...
You're going to keep putting out sad videos making me a victim. Oh, everybody's so mean to me. Everybody's so mean to me. God. I called you a bigger gamer, cats of flocking. God. So sensitive. Everybody's so fucking sensitive today. No, I'm kidding. I kind of like cats of flocking. They're fucking funny.
comments, what you think about it all. I'm going to be reading all the comments, and I'm going to be...
Woo! Reading all the comments. Hello, best friend. Okay, that's like stalker behavior. I'm not gonna fucking do that. As you know, we can't end on a Keffals Cannot video. Chat. We can't end on a Keffals Cannot video without a... Can I get a drum roll, please, chat? Can I get a... Hold on. I'm gonna pull up just with... I need a drum roll for this. I need a... Oh, wait, no. There you go. I can't hear it. Boom! Hey! We got another tipster comment. We can't end a Keffals Cannot video without another tipster comment. It's incredible. This man can't stop. Let's see here. I'm glad to see that the majority of the response was positive on the last video. But it's insane how toxic people can get. The old tip creators used to give each other of "don't feed the trolls" is no longer enough. Because of this parasocial hatred that some people have for some influencers. You're fucking killing me here. Is like a whole new breed of trolling the old tip. That was a Freudian slip. It's very unhinged sort of obsession these people have. And they need help. Because that kind of behavior isn't normal. But because it's normalized online, they don't realize it's not normal. It's just sad. But I'm glad you have a good team of people behind you who support you. Because, yeah, it's rough out there in these streets. More than people realize. Oh, God. Now, realize the kind of person that we're dealing with here. I just want to show you guys a quick excerpt of the kind of person that left a comment like this. Just enjoy the 11 seconds.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Got my mind right, leaving everything behind like a tail light. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Got my mind right.
He uploaded that. He fucking uploaded that. That's a real video from him. Realize this is the kind of person we're dealing with, guys. This guy. Thank you for ordering the Lockout trading card game, by the way. Whoever did that, thank you so much. Series S. X is for pre-order with the tipster cards in them. Pre-order now. Look at that. What a beautiful man. What a beautiful man. Oh, God. The tip's unstoppable. Are we done bullying Keffals? I think we're done bullying Keffals. Now let's move on. Okay. This is where Confusing is going to cut that entire segment, and we're making that its own video. Confusing, you have work to do. Now we're going to start the next section of the live stream. Ooh, I've been waiting for this one. The Keffals one got me all hot and bothered. Now, we're into my favorite part. Who? If you don't know, chat, I did a live stream, actually, about Vangelina. Now, Vangelina is a pretty successful YouTuber. She got big off the Illuminati stuff and a couple of other projects. She's pretty chill. I think she's very nice. She has been accused of plagiarism by this individual here. Very Soy Jack-esque. This is specifically for the r/YouTube drama people that don't like me on the subreddit. You can suck my fat Italian cock while I dick down your mothers and grandmothers. So keep that part in mind when we move forward on this. Now, this individual, this soy jack of a human being, made a video accusing Vangelina of plagiarism. Now, I wish to give you context as to why I'm going over this video. A lot of these little freaks that are just mad that I dick down their moms. Ryan Beard lost weight! Holy shit! A lot of these little freaks and weirdos came into my comments section for the Vangelina video. And they're just like, this video aged poorly. You're a horrible person. How could you be so mean to H-Bomber guy? Like just retard shit. And I love reading those kinds of comments because I get a good laugh out of them. Some of them I was like, hey, if you don't want to watch my stuff, hit the 3 buttons and then say don't recommend because I don't want you on my channel either. Like, I love these people. They're my favorite kind of commenters because I feed off of hate, especially retarded hate. Like, if you have legitimate criticism for me, I will listen to it. But when there's retarded hate, like stupid people, I thrive off of it. Like a vampire thrives off of the blood of a virgin. I love that shit. So they were all like, yeah, this video's going to age badly because of this video by Essence of Thought. And I was like, who the hell is Essence of Thought? Like, should I know who the hell this person is? And they were like, you should do some research. And so you're like, Blackula, yeah. Without the pedophilia. I'm like Blackula without the pedophilia. But listen. These people were like, Chris, you're a bigoted monster. And I'm a complete asshole. Because I don't think that H-Bomber guy did anything good with his video other than James Somerton guy. That James guy sucks fucking massive cock. But this video came out and they were very vocal that Chris fucked up somehow. And I'm going to give them a chance to prove me wrong. From what I've heard, this video is hot, wet, fucking garbage. And I love videos like this. So let's get into it. And then Vangelina has also uploaded a response to the situation.
YouTube, it's been a while, and we'll cover why that is and where I've been towards the end of the video. But first, we have something much more important to talk about, and that's the fact that our research on this channel has been plagiarized by another YouTuber, Vangelina Skov, who, after being approached by me, seemingly tried to scare me off using the threat of lawyers. That's right. Mere months after H-Bomber Guy released his bombshell of a video on this very...
Man, that sounds so bad. You know, like, he confronted her... excuse me, that was a slip-up. I apologize. Genuinely. She accuses Vangelina of getting lawyers involved after they tried to get in contact with them about their plagiarized material. Now, for me and my content, I don't give an ounce of a rat fuck that somebody plagiarizes off of something. I don't care. Like, I literally don't fucking care. I literally don't care. But there are certain moments where I will sit back and go, it's pretty egregious. Like the James Somerton guy. I will 100% say what he did was pretty egregious. And this person is accusing Vangelina of doing something along the lines of what James did. I'm so curious if it's true.
Topic, someone who has dozens of videos covering Illuminati's death spiral thought it'd be a great idea to just rip myself and a bunch of other people off, only to then double down in the exact same way Illuminati did when caught in the act. Oh, it's gonna be one.
Caught in the... Okay, Illuminati just fucked up the, what was it? The Legal Eagle situation where they said, oh, you're plagiarizing, like highlighting my shit, right? And then a bunch of people came out and said she's actually a horrible human being that has lied, cheated, stole, and bankrupted everybody around her. That is not on the same page of what Vangelina did, from what I understand. That's crazy. You can't compare somebody to Blair unless you have definitive evidence that Vangelina is 100% bankrupting people. Like, you're crazy.
Of those videos. But before we continue, a quick content warning for the following: sexual assault, grooming,
Why do videos just talk about the plagiarism? Why are you giving a disclaimer warning about SA and grooming? Like, I hate that. Why can't I just watch a video lately without SA grooming, pedophilia, or transphobia? I can't. It follows me around like a goddamn albatross around my neck.
transphobia, misgendering, and injury. If you like our work and appreciate the research put into each video, please consider supporting the channel via Patreon. You can also support us by liking, commenting, and sharing this video on social media.
I immediately become suspicious when a creator says that they have a Patreon. Immediately suspicious.
So just like to take the time to remind our viewers that the statements made throughout our videos are the...
What is transmesia? I have no idea. I don't know. That's a new word for me. Hold on. Maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I'm just dumb. What is definition? Okay. An attempt to replace the term transphobia. This is in order to avoid the connection of fear associated with phobia suffix. This is to better deflect statements like, I'm not afraid of trans people. I just think they're insert negative concept here. The suffix mesia means hatred, as in the opposite of the suffix philia. Unfortunately, the suffix misa is often co-opted by fascist groups. Okay, I clicked on the wrong website. I clicked on the wrong website. The minute I read the word fascist, I wanted to like blow my brains out.
opinions of myself, the host, based on the evidence I have available to me.
There's
They
no
are
difference.
not and should not be taken as unquestionable fact, which is why we reference everything. Because we're fallible. Thus we strive to give you, the viewer, the ability to check all evidence for yourself in order to make up your own mind, which is what the reference numbers in the top left corner are for, being numbers that match up with the reference list found.
Okay, I'm just going to say it. All of these people are like severely debilitatingly autistic. Who cares? You're making a YouTube video. You're not important to this world. You're not writing a dissertation. You're not writing the UN documentation to be able to be referenced in something important in the world. No one cares. You're a YouTuber. Shut up. Like, stop trying to force these kinds of like arbitrary rules on everybody. Shut the fuck up. Yes, I'm talking to all of you little freak bowls from the subreddit.
Transcript linked down
I am purposely trying to piss you off at this point.
below. As such, we encourage all viewers to do their own research to reach an informed conclusion about the topic. Hi there, my name is Ethel Thurston, she, her, they, them, and today we're going to be talking about the fact that...
Why would you make your name Ethel? Is this like the 1800s? Dude, if I became a woman, I would not... If I transitioned into being a woman, I would never call myself... what is it? I would never call myself Ethel or Greta. I don't know. That's just weird. Maybe I'm just being picky.
Vangelina Skov ripped off literal years of hard work and presented said work as her own in her recent video
Gertrude. Yeah, I would not choose Gertrude.
Lily Orchard, You Choose Biggest Creep. We'll also be discussing how she or her management firm, Solaro Management, tried to bluff me into backing down via...
Everyone thinks that they're H-Bomber Guy now. H-Bomber Guy does one goddamn video exposing one dude that has blatant plagiarism and also ended up calling Internet Historian basically a Nazi and like a horrible person, right? And then all of his retarded fans went out into the woodwork and started calling Internet Historian a Nazi, which he isn't at all. And all of you can like go jump if you think that. Still, I stand by that statement. Ever since H-Bomber Guy did a video like this, there's just like a bunch of fucking idiots that want to play this game of like, it's plagiarism. Shut up.
Escalating the matter to their lawyer, which, if you couldn't tell by the video, failed. Now there's a surprise. The work I'm talking about is, of course, our 7-part series on Lily Orchard, more specifically the following 5 videos, each to varying degrees. Lily Orchard encouraged a friend to groom a minor, Lily Orchard grooms her audience with victim testimony, Lily Orchard sexted a 16-year-old, second victim testimony, debunking Lily Orchard's pro-child predator arguments, and lastly, Lily Orchard's pro-child predator fanfic, Stockholm. The production for the series took a long time. Myself and Levi began working on the series in January of 2020. You see, in December of 2019, I'd given Lily Orchard a shout out in one of my videos, presenting her as a safe person due to the way she projects an unabashed hostility towards sexual predators, very rarely seen, only for me to be approached by someone 2 days later about her history of Stockholm. Both myself and Levi began our own solo investigations, during which I removed the links to Lily's channel before reconvening a day or 2 later. Both of us had reached the same conclusion of, holy shit, there's even more. I immediately nuked the video, issued an apology, and got to work. I feel compelled to note that I nuked the video, in spite of the fact that it was, and to this day remains, the one and only time I discussed being groomed as a 15-year-old, along with how I was subsequently chased out of the furry fandom on YouTube after I blew the whistle on the 30-year-old man who
Why did you add that part? Why did you? Okay, first, I'm going to kink shame. I'm gonna kink shame. I don't care. Anybody that identifies as a furry, I find you to be a deplorable human being, a disgusting creature. Like, I don't care. You're a creature to me.
groomed me. That's actually what led me to create the channel Essence of 4, acting as a new start for myself. So it was an incredibly personal video, making it difficult to destroy, but we deemed it too dangerous to remain up. I also felt personally responsible to everyone that had seen the video before it was taken down, thus setting myself to alerting as many people to the danger as possible. We made a couple of posts before beginning work on what was, at the time, planned to be a single video. As for our investigation, researching, planning, and writing the video turned out to be an absolute nightmare. There was just so much going on.
Oh my god, you're so boring. Please, just get into it. What did Vangelina do? What did she do?
Cutting it up into sections. The first thing I did when I realized I was being plagiarized was download Scal's video and begin cutting it up into sections. What I found was that a 30-minute section of her 38-minute video, starting from 2032, was ripped directly from mine, as shown in the clips raised into the second higher track. Though, to clarify one thing, when I went through it again, I did find 2 clips amounting to just over 1 minute 2 seconds that were her own original content. One being a 20-second remark about a book she read as a child, and another 40-second remark about Lily's writing tips, which, aside from as an introductory tool to the Incro's video, I had absolutely no interest in covering. I'll still refer to it as the 30-minute section, just know that I'm only claiming 12 minutes of it.
Autism.
Now, throughout that 30-minute section, Scal presents 8 screenshots, 8 pieces of visual evidence, which he then spends the remaining time talking about. And it's those 8 screenshots that allow me to confirm, without a shadow of a doubt, that they were ripped directly from my video. How? Well, I'm glad you asked.
Yes, I want to know how. How did she actually rip it off?
We're using 3 data points to confirm that these screenshots were ripped directly from our video. The first, and perhaps weakest data point, is zoom factor and layout. That is to say, not all of the images I took were taken at the same level of zoom, and when you zoom in and out on a page on Tumblr or Twitter, it doesn't merely pan in like a camera lens, every now and then it shifts things around. Take this example I grabbed whilst writing the script, taken from Stockholm Uberfan, The Last Alicorn. Here is the page at 100%, here is that same page at 175%, and here it is again at 200%. Notice how the layout of the page keeps changing. Therefore, if the layout of these 8 screenshots matches those seen in mine, that is conducive to the images having been ripped directly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
From our video, since if any of them didn't match, that
I'm sorry. What? Zoom factor? Like anyone gives a shit.
Whole thing off. Though again, this is perhaps the weakest piece of data on its own. The second data point, or perhaps points, are the backgrounds and profile pics being used in any given screenshot. Lily Orchard has
It's a screenshot. What?
Periodically updated both her background and her profile pic dozens of times over the last couple of years. That means, if the background and profile pics throughout the screenshots match those seen in mine, that is further proof that the images have been ripped directly from our video.
It's literally just screenshots. Yeah, she used like the same kind of zoom feature. She used screenshots, you know? Like, I'm the only one that uses screenshots. Dude, you sound like Blair did when she was confronting Legal Eagle. You sound exactly like Blair.
The third and final data point is a security feature personalized to me. As I'm sure you're aware by now, I am trans, and there is a safety tool out there in use by trans people that changes the usernames and links of users on certain sites based on whether they've been voted safe or dangerous to trans people. Do note.
I need to know this app. Where do I fall on that line? Am I safe for trans people or am I dangerous to trans people? I need to know. I feel like I'm a very inclusive person. You know, I respect pronouns. Serious! So whoever is trans in my audience, because I know that I have a trans audience that watches me. Can you look up ChrisTheNarc on that account for me real quick? Just so I know if I'm green or red. Please.
It is a deeply flawed app. Not everyone green is in fact safe, as we'll see in a second. But it is handy to weed out the reds. Now, I say it's deeply flawed in who it marks green because, you guessed it, Lily Orchard is marked green by default, meaning that enough people have voted her safe to trans people at one point in time to earn a green rating. What's particularly interesting about this data point, however, is the fact that when I first began gathering...
Chris, you're dangerous to me and very, very scary. Stay away from me. See, I do have trans people that watch me.
Evidence, I didn't think to...
Chris, you're black, not red. No! What does black mean on a trans website? If somebody's bad or good? Am I just neutral if I'm black? Am I just awesome? Is that what black means?
Manually mark Lily Orchard as unsafe, but that changed...
It's called Shinigami Eyes? You're fucking with me. There's no way that's a real website. There's no way. You guys are lying to me. Oh no, it's real. Oh no, what is this? Oh my god, it's a Chrome extension. This is a real thing? On Reddit too? Wait a minute, so it'll pick. What the fuck is happening? Isn't that a Tumblr extension? I'm not sure. Sex work, BDSM, and porn are always the patriarchy to indoctrinate you, silly liberal handmaids. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is this website?
Halfway through. After all, she did groom trans minors. Yet I only made the switch in the midst of gathering evidence, meaning certain images...
Chris, I'm non-binary. This shit is real and we've used it forever. What the fuck? What? Why? Like... It's so confusing to me.
Just have Lily Orchard's name and other periphery details in green, whilst other images show her name in red.
Whoever is using that website, please look up ChrisTheNarc for me and let me know what color I am. I'm actually very curious. I'm like really curious.
This means that, in order for Scowl screenshots to have the same color as mine, she'd have had to, through some cosmic coincidence, install the same app, which is visibly absent from screenshots used earlier in her video, and change it at the very same time I did, whilst gathering the evidence in the exact same order as me. Suffice to say, this data point is more than enough on its own, but I wanted to include the other two to really nail this. If I get a perfect match along all 3 points, that is as close to proof of non-verbatim plagiarism as...
Okay, all of you idiots that came into my comments section earlier, you guys are dumb. You guys, your parents should have hit you, honestly. And if they did hit you, they should have hit you harder. Like, what are you talking about? You guys are idiots. Every single one of you little dipshits that came into my comments section going, Vangelina's a plagiarism. But she plagiarized. You guys fucking suck. You're kidding, right? Screenshots and zoom factor. Are you kidding me?
You can really get, aside from my written confession, of course. So let's start with the first image that appears in Scowl's video at 22:16, taken from our Incros video as seen at 1:44. Let's overlay that using 50% transparency to reveal that yes, it's a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor.
Oh my god, it's a screenshot. You guys are all fucking dumbasses. H-Bomber guy has ruined all of your brains. Holy shit.
Moving on next to the profile pic, since the background is not visible, we see Lily is sporting the exact same smug face on a purple background in both images. Lastly, looking at Lily Orchard's username...
Well, hold on. Technically, it's different because Vangelina's screenshot is more blurry. So that's the dumbest fucking argument that I'm gonna have. It's a screenshot. Who cares?
We see that it is highlighted in green in both images, making this a perfect match. Moving on to the second image, which appears in Scow's video at 2536, this one was copied from our video containing Glazed testimony, as seen at 1635. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pic, we see Lily is in her purple phase, and she is using the same image of her avatar on a light background, staring to one side. Lastly, looking at the post date and number of notes,
dude, who cares? Who actually cares?
Whilst not legible in Scow's copy,
no, I want to give full context to the autism.
we can just about make out the red colouring, just like in the original, signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again making this a perfect match. The third image, which appears in Scow's video at 2339, was again copied from our video containing Glazed testimony as
what the hell is that?
At 1756. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pic, we see Lily was still in her paper phase so far as the background.
Dude, she literally covered it with a thing. Oh my god, you guys are so fucking autistic.
Lastly, looking at the post date, account name, note this is Lily's art profile, and number of notes, we see that this was taken before I manually updated Lily's name on my end, making this another perfect match. The fourth image, which appears in Scow's video at 2629, was again copied.
Don't care, Bernie! You're in the wrong chat!
From our video containing Glazed testimony, as seen at 2255. However, it was also shown again in the video containing Mackenzie's testimony, including at 3029, a fact that will be important when we take a look at how even the stuff said between the screenshots that Scow personally presents as her own original thoughts were copied directly from the personal thoughts.
What the fuck am I watching? What is this even about anymore? Plagiarism. You know, using screenshots that other people have collected is plagiarism now, apparently. I don't know. So, like, anytime... So, what I did earlier for this tweet... where is it? So, this was plagiarism because I screenshotted it from Fembro's video. That makes me a plagiarist. Now, apparently, guys. I'm a horrible, horrible plagiarist. Cancel me. I'm horrible. I do not give credit to the small creators. What the fuck? There's no plagiarism, you fucking dumbasses. It's screenshots so far.
Both myself and Levi regarding this very same piece of evidence. So I just wanted to note that quickly. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pic, we see Lily in her purple phase, and she is using the same image of her avatar on a light background, staring to one side. We also see the number of notes in this one on Scow's copy is just about legible at 1 note, same as my own screenshot. Lastly, looking at the post date, number of notes, and Lily's name, whilst difficult to read on Scow's copy, we can clearly make out the red colouring, especially around Lily's name, just like in the original, signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end. Once again,
go away then! No one cares, Bernie! No one cares!
Again, making this a perfect match. The fifth image, which appears in Scow's video at 2850.
So videos talking about the same case showing the same evidence as plagiarism. Apparently,
15 was copied from my video.
I could claim so much plagiarism. Yeah, half of the commentary community can accuse me of plagiarism because I just steal screenshots from smaller accounts and post them on my Twitter account for likes. I'm a plagiarist.
Debunking Lily Orchard's child predator arguments, as seen at 216. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pics, we not only see Lily in her purple phase, but this time has her bisexual profile pic, as seen at the bottom of the notes. Speaking of notes, there are 6 other notes visible in Scow's copy, all of them containing the exact same profile pic and username as seen in my original, whilst also appearing in the exact same order. Lastly, looking at the post date, number of notes, and Lily's name, whilst difficult to read in Scow's copy, we can clearly make out the red colouring, especially around Lily's name, just like in the original, again, signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again, making this a perfect match. The sixth image, which appears in Scow's video at 2818, was taken from the same video as before, as seen at 222. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pics, whilst we can't see Lily's profile pic in this image, what we...
No, I just like to bully you, Bernie. There's a difference. I like to bully people, like you, in particular.
can see are the
You are my favorite kind of person to come to my chat.
purple background along with 6 individuals in the notes, all sporting the exact same profile pictures as the ones in my original image, all in the exact same order. Lastly, looking at the post date and number of notes, whilst difficult to read in Scow's copy, we can still make out the red colouring, just like in the original, again signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again making this a perfect match. The 7th image, which appears in Scow's video at 2842, was taken from the same video as before, as seen at 1908. Let's overlay that, revealing again a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to the background and profile pics, of course, this is Twitter, yet we do see the same profile pic in both Scow's.
You've got to be fucking shitting me. Is it? How long have we been listening this week? Holy shit, this is all they have right now? Oh, God.
Copy and my original. Lastly, looking at Lily's username and
people like you, Bernie. People like you in particular. People like you.
Tag, we can clearly make out the red colouring.
Not everybody, because people are normal.
Just like the original, signaling that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again making this a perfect match. Bringing us to the 8th and final image, which appears in Scow's video at 30.
Let Bernie cook. Yeah, Bernie, you keep cooking.
Using the same screenshot doesn't
2317.
mean plagiarism. She is so stupid.
Excuse me. She is very stupid. She is very stupid. No transphobia allowed in this chat.
And was taken from our Stockholm video as seen at 1605. Let's overlay that, revealing, surprise surprise, a 1-to-1 match on the zoom factor. Moving on to profile pics, we see Lily has her bisexual avatar. Lastly, looking at Lily's username, we can clearly make out the red colouring, just like the original, signaling.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be red on that website. I refuse to be. I want to be green on the website. On Shinigami Eyes, I want to be green.
For one final time, that this was taken after I manually updated Lily's name on my end, once again, making this a perfect match. So that's 8 for 8, perfect matches on all images.
Screenshots. 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 Who cares? Who fucking cares?
Along these 3 data points, including one which was personally tailored to my own preferences. That is confirmation that these images were ripped directly from my video. Another data point that the keen-eyed amongst you might have noticed is that every single image, and indeed the very layout of this 13-minute section, follows the exact same order as our series. I was in a lot of distress when I first realized we'd been plagiarized, so
his argument's basically Blair's, in a sense. Because think about it, Blair's issue was highlighting and ripped tear paper for their presentation in their videos. She accused him of doing that. So this person, Essence of Thoughts, I guess, argumentation is that the screenshots were taken from their video, which ergo means that Vangelina 100% just plagiarized everything in that video, specifically because of that aspect so far, which is crazy. Like, it's just screenshots. Everybody uses screenshots. If everybody started screaming plagiarism anytime somebody uses a screenshot in their video, that's crazy. Do you understand how insane that is?
If I jumped in to grab the timestamps in Scow's video, along with my originals, once again proving that he is the best bird a girl could ask for. And he was the one who noticed that he didn't have to jump between videos to do so. Scow had not only ripped the evidence straight from our videos without crediting, she didn't even bother to change their order, instead going through the evidence exactly as we did. Which is interesting, considering we didn't work through said evidence in chronological order, as evidence in how the safety feature in the screenshots jumped from green to red to green again. Yet Scow would like you, along with her audience and patrons, to think that she came up with all of this on her own. That it's just a coincidence that the screenshots are identical to mine on several distinct data points.
It's just screenshots. Like, what the fuck is going on? They're just screenshots. Like, oh my god, no wonder Chud thought this video was shit.
Including...
I haven't even seen it yet. I didn't even watch Chud do coverage of it. I just saw his tweet and I was like, there's no way it can be this bad. It is. It's fucking terrible.
A personalized safety feature and the order in which they are discussed. I think the technical term used to describe such a phenomenon in statistics is absolute fucking bollocks. Scow is not only taking me for a fool, but her own audience as such in how she genuinely thinks that she can get away with this. So, if you're a fan of hers, especially if you're someone who donates to her Patreon, are you going to prove her right? Or are you going to have some damn self-respect?
Okay, so now you're calling for people to unsubscribe for a Patreon, Unsubscribe from her
I
YouTube
remember
channel.
watching this creator's video series on Lily.
You're
in
calling
chat.
for a form
I
of
thought she was
deplatforming
level-headed in
because
her
of
critique,
screenshots.
But I have to question her now.
Bro, what? I remember watching the creator's video of Lily Orchard. Thank you for the 5, by the way. I thought she was level-headed in her critique, but I have to question her. Fair enough. But, like, dude, wait a minute. So now you are trying to take money away from Vangelina because in your build-up to plagiarism allegations is screenshots. And you're calling for her to be unsubscribed from and to lose income on top of that because of screenshots. Do you understand how insane you sound?
Another thing that irks me about this is just how lazy the strip mining was. One thing you might have noticed is that Scow's screenshots are completely out of focus, with the secondary text or mention.
Oh my god. So what if she's lazy? Who cares?
Of them being illegible. Yet, my own copies of my screenshots aren't, in spite of those screenshots having been grabbed from the very same rendered video. I didn't go back to the editing file, as that'd be more hassle than it's worth. The reason my own copies are so much better is because I use an in-program snapshot feature. With Scow, I'm almost certain that she didn't even bother to download my videos and take what she wanted that way. I think she just took screenshots whilst watching our videos before trimming them down. That's how little respect she has for the work she stole. Another example of her laziness can be seen in the fact that I literally reference everything I can, passing most of it through the Internet Archive, meaning that, had she wanted to, she could have opened them herself and taken the screenshot at whatever zoom level she liked, without the security feature, and it would have made proving her plagiarism difficult, if not impossible. But she didn't, because the entire point of plagiarism is to avoid doing the work by stealing from others. It reveals a great disdain towards everything Scow presents to her own audience as her original work worthy of their money.
What the fuck are you talking about? You sound insane. It's screenshots. So what if they took screenshots of a video, trimmed it down, and put it in there? Who cares? Who literally cares? The H-Bomber guy community is what caused this dumbassery to plague the internet now. I hate all of these people. I hate every single person in the H-Bomber guy community.
What Scow has done here, as proven thus far, is effectively go into a research paper, ripping out all the data tables along with the graphs, charts, and diagrams before presenting them as her own in a paper she has written, whilst expecting to be paid for it, not just in AdSense and Patreon, but also through our sponsor, HelloFresh, not to mention merchandise. That alone...
Now you're calling for her sponsorships to be taken away? What is wrong with you?
...is plagiarism, is fraud, is theft. But it gets even worse when we actually take a look at the stuff she says between the evidence, because we find out that she's stolen more than just the evidence provided throughout our series. She's attempted...
Oh no, what happened?
Hello there, YouTube. It's been
No!
Not to mention merchandise. That alone is plagiarism, is fraud, is theft. But it gets even worse when we actually take a look at the stuff she says between the evidence, because we find out that she's stolen more than just the evidence provided throughout the series.
Okay. If there's something substantive in there, I still think your conversation of the screenshots is the most delusional shit I've ever heard in my entire life. You better present something better to me.
She's attempted to claim mine and Levi's personal thoughts as her own. Starting with what is perhaps the clearest example of this, the same moment that hit me like a brick. Namely, this little nugget taken from just after Scow shares the screenshot in which Lee presents herself as a safe way for young people to explore their sexuality by sending her nudes.
But the first thing that popped into my brain was, what if she just asked herself this question so that she could answer it and get people to send her these photos of themselves? And how is she going to vet that the people who are sending them are adults?
Oh, it just popped into your head? Really? You had that thought? So it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that, in our video containing Mackenzie's testimony, I quite literally say the following. Now, I don't know if these messages are sent in by a particularly fervent Lily Orchard fan, or if she's sending these herself, within minutes of providing the exact...
That didn't even remotely sound the same. Hold on.
But the first thing that popped into my brain was, what if she just asked herself this question so that she could answer it and get people to send her these photos of themselves? And how is she going to vet that the people who are sending them are adults?
Oh, it just popped into your head? Really? You had that thought? So it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that, in our video containing Mackenzie's testimony, I quite literally say the following. Now, I don't know if these messages are sent in by a particularly fervent Lily Orchard fan, or if she's sending these herself, within minutes...
They're not even remotely the same. Yes, did you come to the same conclusion? Absolutely. But there's no definitive plagiarism. She had her own version of trying to get the information out there in her own words. She didn't just copy and paste what you said. What the fuck is happening? Why do people think this video is good?
Of providing the exact same piece of evidence. Like, yeah, I go into greater detail about a couple more pieces, since
apparently you can own and copyright conclusions now, or opinions based on the information that you have witnessed yourself. Apparently that's plagiarist if you have the same conclusion as someone else. You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be kidding.
I was covering a broader point, but like, you can see me discussing the evidence and the bit I just played you on the same page in my script. They're not exactly disconnected points. As for the idea that she thought of this from a single screenshot, is it actually reasonable to come up with that if you have no prior knowledge about Lily Orchard and how she runs her community? I'd argue not. Like, there's a reason I presented a bunch of evidence showing how, anytime there's a controversy surrounding Lily, she always gets sent softball questions anonymously which allow her to reframe the issue however she pleases. No one would believe it if it wasn't a pattern. So the comment was made in a very specific context, leading it to come out of left field without it. Add that to the fact that, as demonstrated earlier, Scout or someone on Scout's team almost certainly watched our videos to strip mine them for screenshots, and I would argue that this is very strong evidence of her not only stealing our hard work, but our very thoughts, presenting them as her own original ideas. Like, she explicitly states that this popped into her brain, rather than she heard it from someone else and it stuck with her.
What if it did pop into her brain? You're just automatically assuming that she ripped off what you guys said. You don't even know. You don't even know. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, this isn't a real video. This isn't a real video. Get out of here. And people were trying to tell me that this video is good. Are you out of your mind? I don't even watch Vangelina. And I can tell you this video is fucking ass. Like, what is happening?
This was the moment I knew I was going to have to act. I even make the same point as her second question, the one asking,
and how is she going to vet that the people who are sending them are adults?
This one comes from the Glade video, in which I said the following. Lily has confessed that people in her audience regularly send her naked photos of themselves. And while she claims to delete them all, there's no fucking way to check that. This is the same person who went out of her way to violate the security of the Safe for Work section she set up on her server. How can we be sure she doesn't keep them? And how the living fuck can we be certain that none of the minors she has groomed have fallen victim to this? Yet the shit show continues. For whilst I reached the following conclusion in my own video on Stockholm, said narrative is carried over into chapter 23, post-traumatic stress disorder. Twilight's abuse is given a pardon by a professional because it's apparently what Essentia has come to expect from life and she should therefore keep indulging in it. Sweetie Belle is further punished for the actions of a child predator, and the fanfic ends with a very ham-fisted letter by Twilight to Princess Celestia, closing with, I've learned, I think we all have, that to truly be with someone, you have to take the good with the bad. Don't be a fair weather friend, take the one you love at their best and worst, or not at all. Your former student, Twilight Sparkle. Now, if you've...
The fact that I hear the words Twilight Sparkle as a friend makes me irrationally angry. Like, it makes me irrationally angry.
Watch the MLP series.
Ponies and fucking ponies! Stop! The Brony community cannot keep doing this. They can't keep getting away with these things.
You know that Twilight's letters are the summary of whichever moral lesson has been learned throughout the episode. Considering this alongside Shy's own feelings in the previous chapter, and the overall message of Lily's fanfic is laid out quite literally in black and white. To report someone who has sexually assaulted a minor makes you a fair weather friend. That is Lily's main moral lesson to the reader, that you should enable someone who abuses children. That gets taken, reheated, and slopped onto a plate as...
And one character in this essays a minor. One of the friends in the story reports the person who does that, and for some reason the whole lesson of the story is that this makes the person who did the reporting a bad friend.
I especially love how she changed fair weather friend, like in the actual letter, to bad friend.
Do I really need to like get mad? Do I really have to tell you why that's stupid? I'm just gonna keep going. I can't with these people, man. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's so fucking stupid. Please help me.
It's very, can I copy your homework? Sure, just change a few words. Except, you know, I was not asked in any way. Scow just straight up stole my analysis and presented it as her own. We also see something similar in her editing of the video in which Lily admitted to writing Stockholm. For whilst I repeated that specific sentence,
when I started this series, I had every intention on doing something special for Halloween, and nothing could be better than taking a truly bizarre and messed up fanfic and picking through it like an amphetamine-fueled chimp. But which one? There's so many. Fallout Equestria? That's too long. Fall of Equestria? No. Equestrian Pony Meat Business? I think I'll break my rating limits. Can't do Stockholm, I wrote that one. But then I thought, what about that one, Jerry? The one that started this whole trend of grimdark fanfiction. Can't do Stockholm, I wrote that one. Can't do Stockholm, I wrote that one. Can't do Stockholm, I wrote that one.
Scow goes ahead and slows it down.
Fallout Equestria? That's too long. Fall of Equestria? No. Equestrian Pony Meat Business? I think I'll break my rating limits. Can't do Stockholm, I wrote that one.
Now, to be fair, this particular piece of evidence is weak on its own. It's not exactly a hard thing to come up with.
Then why are you adding it?
But when taken in the entire context of how everything else was copied, it does hint to a fundamental lack of imagination. Though Scow was at least smart enough to download a clean copy of the video from somewhere else, as the timecode isn't present in her video, the one visible now having been added to show where the offending clip is in her video. Returning to something a little stronger, here's my comment.
What? Why add it? Why put it in the goddamn video? Why even?
About the way in which Lily has avoided having her YouTube channel closed down for running sexual streams. Even YouTube's terms of service state very clearly that explicit content meant to be sexually gratifying is not allowed on YouTube, which is further expanded upon to include nudity or partial nudity that's meant for sexual gratification. And yet, in spite of banning all sexually gratifying content, YouTube still has an 18+ category, something that would not exist if 18+ were synonymous with sexually gratifying content, like Lily is pretending. And Lily knows this, that's why she deletes her streams to ensure that they're never flagged for said sexual content. Which Scow reduces down to...
She also apparently did this a lot on YouTube live streams and would get away with it by deleting the stream immediately after, which is just completely against YouTube's terms of service.
This shit just keeps on happening throughout the entire 30-minute section, minus the 1 minute discussed at the start. That is the entire fucking section, ripped straight from our series. And content, YouTube still has an 18+ category, something that would not exist if 18+ were synonymous with sexually gratifying content, like Lily is pretending. And Lily knows this, that's why she deletes her streams to ensure that they're never flagged for said sexual content. Which Scow reduces down to...
She also apparently did this a lot on YouTube live streams and would get away with it by deleting the stream immediately after, which is just completely against YouTube's terms of service.
This shit just keeps on...
Everyone... I feel like if you're a YouTuber... Wait a minute. Okay. Listen. You're a YouTuber. I feel like you would know, no matter what, that the YouTube terms of service for sexually exploitative stuff is not allowed. Doesn't matter if you fluff it up for an additional 2 minutes of explanation. If somebody condenses it down and goes, this is bad because you're not allowed to have sexually explicit live streams on YouTube. That's not plagiarism, you fucking muppet. Made her Molly with the 12 months, thank you. So no videos ever on the same topic. Yeah, exactly. Nobody can make videos on the same topic. Nope. Nobody's allowed anymore. Nobody is allowed to have the same videos. Nobody's allowed to do live streams that somebody else has done, the same kind of topics. Nobody can come to the same rational, common sense conclusion like everybody else. Nobody can do it.
Happening throughout the entire 30-minute...
Yeah, all history videos are plagiarized.
...section, minus the one...
If you don't reference every... If I see a history video out there and it doesn't have the Library of Alexandria listed as a reference, I'm gonna be pissed.
...minute discussed at the start. That is the entire fucking section, ripped straight from our series. And whilst I get that it's more or less a footnotes edition, the thing about footnotes is that they don't compete with the original, and they certainly don't fucking pretend like they're not based on the original. Returning to my researcher paper analogy, this is beyond simply...
No one can jerk off. Shut up, cats are flocking. What the fuck? What the hell? Yeah, you know, nobody could jerk off to the same lolly that Vosh did.
Strip mining a paper for its data and graphs. This is like reading the paper, strip mining it, and then attempting to rewrite what was originally written from memory, adding virtually no original thought. And the laziness fucking shows. At one point in her video, Scow acknowledges that Lily Orchard lied about age verification on YouTube.
She also lied and said that YouTube requires somebody to submit their ID in order to watch 18+ streams, which is not true. Like, that's just not true. And she would also know that that's not true. And anybody who's ever watched any kind of age-restricted content on YouTube would also know that that's not true. So I don't know how you make such a blatant lie and just expect everybody to take that at face value. But this seems to be a thing that controversial creators do. I don't get it. I'm never going to get it. Doesn't make any sense.
Yet she fails to note the specifics of how Lily lied, leading Scow to present misinformation, giving Lily Orchard ammunition to discredit not just Scow, but all her critics. For an actual explanation of the lie, we can return to my original breakdown of Lily's claim.
Angelina was a little bit lazy does not constitute plagiarism.
Only problem is, this is false, at least in the way it has been presented here. You see, whilst YouTube has introduced ID
I don't care. I wouldn't even call this an honest mistake. I just genuinely believe that this person doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about, and this is completely and utterly a waste of a video.
verification in certain territories.
Sure, okay, she messed up on getting screenshots from the same video. Who gives a shit?
The key phrase here is certain territories, namely Australia, the European Union, European Economic Area, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. As you will notice, neither Canada, the place Lily is from, nor the US, the place where the majority of Lily's audience exists, are included on that list. So Lily is misinformed.
Moon baby, I came here to enjoy the rage and baseness. You look especially darling tonight. Thank you. I do look amazing per usual. I appreciate you increasing my ego. My ego's already pretty big when it comes to making fun to people like this.
Forming her audience, minors included, as a means of hiding her predatory behaviour. But wait, didn't Scow imply that she was falling back on her own personal experience as someone within the EU? Yeah, she did. For a channel that was created in 2012, meaning it was old enough to grandfather into the 18+ category when the laws were first introduced. I know because this channel, created in 2011, was the same. Yet the moment I set up my personal channel using a completely different email, selecting the UK as my country of origin, Google did require me to supply my ID.
Wait till you get to the blackmail? Wait. There's blackmail? Wait, who blackmailed who? Okay, don't spoil it for me. Don't spoil it. Now I'm curious.
So, returning to the misinformation, Scow doesn't even do us the decency of going back to double-check the specific context of her assertions. She just makes the most generic statement possible.
Do not tell me. Do not tell me.
And that's it. Which is not only dangerous in how it gives Lily Orchard ammunition, it's also fucking insulting. As with all plagiarism, it's insulting to me and Levi as—
I'm here to enjoy the rage/basedness. You look especially darling today.
Thank you. It's Camden, yeah, Blackula's. Blackula's involved. Blackula's involved.
Artist. But more important than that, it's insulting to Levi specifically as someone whose experience as another victim of Lily Orchard was instrumental to many of the context-specific insights we had, with Levi having quite literally coined the phrase Lily Orchard's mind prison to describe the atmosphere of control and manipulation, like discussed regarding the whole anonymous question thing. Insight, I must add, that was also based on over 24 years of personal suffering at the hands of other abusers.
Oh my god. Nobody else can talk about this because I was abused too. Is that what I'm getting at here? Is that what's happening right now? No way. No way. This is not what's happening. Okay. So far, we have screenshots. That doesn't constitute plagiarism. Her coming to the same conclusion doesn't constitute plagiarism. Her talking about a essay story about a horrible person, you can't do that because we did research, and because I have 24 years of personal experience of being abused, that means that you're bad. Like, what the fuck is happening?
All of that was just stripped away for a cheap cash grab. It's also insulting to the topic in general, along with all of us who have ever been made to suffer through similar violence.
Oh my god, the fucking... dude. The moral grandstanding is going to piss me off.
As someone who was raped as a child and later groomed online, I am
got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. This is what it's come to. I'm glad we got to the root of the issue. That this person just feels like they're the only one that can talk about videos like this. Like, whoa! We've reached
Blackula
it.
stole the screen, so he's behind it.
Yeah, Blackula got the screenshots. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna have Mishi make this the thumbnail. This is perfect pause game, chat. Perfect pause game. I'm gonna send this over to Mishi. I'm just gonna save that real
Personally disgusted by just how half-assed Scow's coverage of the topic is.
You're not allowed to accuse me of plagiarism just because I took a screenshot of this face and using it on my thumbnail. You're not allowed to accuse me of plagiarism. Okay? Fuck off.
Commentate on the issue is worse than worthless. It is actively harmful. The reason Lily Orchard gets away with so much shit is because hacks like Scow present misinformation as fact, making more work for people like me by kicking up dust, making a mess of things, allowing Lily Orchard to slip away amongst the chaos. This is why it took us years.
Hey, I see all of you in chat trying to say that this is yours. I see all of you trying to say that that's your copyright. Fuck you, I trademarked it right now. Trademark, I verbally said it. Fuck you, I'll sue all of you. I'll copyright strike all of you. I will DMCA every person that I see this on Twitter. If you post this photo of this beautiful person, I will DMCA you. Okay? I own the copyright now. If anyone else uses this screenshot, you are plagiarizing me. Okay?
To compile everything, to avoid the very thing that Scow, in her unending laziness, has—
Fuck you, TILR. You took my infringed work.
gone on to do. Well, Scow, you've muddied the field and made it easier for a sexual predator to handwave her critics. I hope you're fucking proud of yourself. Speaking of harm, another way I know for a fact that Scow has watched our videos is by her giving specifics regarding Glade's testimony.
She also encouraged a minor to watch her stream to find out what happens in it, and in that stream, she showed parts of herself that are not suitable for everybody of every age group and for every website, if you get what I mean.
Now, to be fair, when I first came across Scow's video, a whole 4 days and 50,000 views after publishing, she did have a single line in her description which read as, quote, "Thank you to lilyorchardgossipblog.tumblr.com for having a lot of resources and screenshots in one place," end quote. Don't you worry, we will get to how she edited her description after I sent her an email in the next chapter.
Blackula is going to sue you, Chris. Watch out.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this email. I'm not gonna lie, I'm hype. I'm hyped for this email.
Yeah, returning to things before then, it is possible.
Also Tumblr. Fuck
Hey,
Tumblr.
Chris, can we please get a quick cat break? This is rough.
Okay, fine. Okay? Where'd he go? Hello? No, where'd you go? The chat wants to say hi to you. Chef. Somebody donated money to see you. You can't run away. Okay? You need to come back. You might want to take a break. I don't do breaks on this channel. It's all day, all night energy, baby. All day. No stops, no breaks. Chef, come here. Are you eating? Are you eating? Okay, when he comes back.
That she got her information from there. I know she didn't get the screenshots from them, since said blog doesn't use mine. Anything I added, they were smart enough to use the links I provided to take their own. But Levi, wanting to be thorough, went through the blog and searched for anything relating to Glade, or even an unnamed minor, finding a single passing mention of Glade in the following. Quote, "Clarification, she banned minors from her server because the walls were closing in. Between the porn accounts full of CSEM, her history of writing CSEM, her soliciting sexual encounters via her YouTube streams, and her baiting a minor into clicking on an 18+ stream, this is just her covering her ass." End quote. As you can see, no specific details as to what Lily actually did in the stream she baited Glade to watch, just that it was 18+. So, considering that fact, along with everything else I've shown you thus far, I can only conclude, personally, that she watched the video with Glade's testimony, explaining not just how she got the screenshots, but also how she knows about these specifics. But perhaps more important than the plagiarism, Scow is dehumanizing Glade, Lily Orchard's victim, in this instance. By refusing to give Glade a name or reference his actual testimony, Scow is effectively stripping him of his humanity and voice. Glade is no longer a person who has shared their testimony in Scow's video, but a nameless case, a file, an object to be passed around. That's it. That's how she treats the victims of the
How, though? because they didn't have them for an interview on their channel. They just talked about it. That somehow devalues them as a person and devalues their story just because they talked about it. The fuck are you talking about? Thank you for the $20, Venomous Socks. I promise Chef will be closer to camera. Chef, psst, hey, come here. Come here. Come here. No, he's being a jerk.
Person she's pretending to expose.
Blackula now owns this stream. You're done, buddy.
Yeah, Blackula owns my stream now. Thank you guys for all the generous donos.
Scow is just exploiting Glade in a different way to Lily Orchard, but that doesn't make it right.
Wait, what? Is just exploiting Glade in a different way to Lily Orchard, but it doesn't make it... Wait, what? Are you saying that Vangelina is exploiting a victim of SA because they just talked about the story?
Thanks in advance for a lovely little chef.
Dude, bro, listen, I apparently exploit victims all the time then on a drama channel. Just talking about drama, man. Apparently I'm just a... I know I'm a bottom-feeding leech. I don't think of anything myself more than one of those.
Yet, to add insult to injury, Scow has the fucking gall to say the following.
These are very, very serious accusations. Obviously,
Yes.
it's very, very important to listen to the people who say these things have happened to them.
Oh, you think it's important to listen to Lily Orchard's victims? Well, how the fuck are people meant to do just that when you quite literally refuse to name or source them? Tell me how the fuck they can listen.
This person's a dumb bitch. I'm just gonna say it. Like, what more do I have to say about this?
Here's a measly $2 for kitty goodies. I am.
Thank you for the $2. But, like, bro, this person's dumb as shit. Oh my god. There are people that came into my comment section and genuinely told me I need to do research and to watch this video because it makes everybody who watches that video hate Vangelina. This makes me like Vangelina more, if I'm gonna be honest.
Though it's not just Glade. Lily Orchard's other victims receive the exact same treatment. Because, in spite of quite literally saying the following whilst reading out Courtney's testimony, repeatedly,
I will, however, link the full post in the description if you want to read the full thing. Again, if you feel like you can handle it, then you can read the full thing. It's in my description.
this was not the case. Again, the only line that even mentioned anyone else was the one that read, "Thank you to lilyorchardgossipblog.tumblr.com for having a lot of resources and screenshots in one place." And that is it. Scow couldn't even be bothered to reference the people she said she linked, let alone all of the people whose work she stole.
Okay, first, probably just forgot to link it. Do you know how many times that people come on my show and, like, I forget to link their fucking channels because I'm a deadbeat fucking dipshit? It's not because I'm maliciously trying to plagiarize or not give credit to them. I don't think I even reference the videos in my fucking descriptions. Like, who gives a shit? Like, it's already presentable and everything. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, if she's going to link an archive of all the information, who gives a shit? Who cares? Like, I feel like there's a requirement now to be, like, overly analytical on this shit. Yeah, she just flat out says she forgot. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if that's what happened in her response video. She's like, I literally just recorded it and forgot. I'm a big dude. I'm a big dummy. Like, that's really it. Like, it's not that deep.
At least she didn't, until I sent her an email, which we'll cover in more detail in a minute. But pertaining to what she did the very next day, in spite of her refusing to respond to me, Scow suddenly updated her description. Not only did she now include a link to the aforementioned blog, but a random video by Definitely Bored Oranges, Josh Scorcher's response to Lily Orchard, yes, the Josh Scorcher who went on to date Ink Rose after he and Lily groomed her as a minor, Lizzie's testimony, a copy of Courtney's testimony, notably the copy behind a paywall.
This video might be worse than the scammer payback video. I'm gonna be real. I think this is worse than the scammer payback video. Really. I'm gonna get a water. Give me like 2 seconds. I need a water. Jesus Christ. Yes, cats are flocking. It's vodka. It's vodka. It's vodka. Oh, I had to get some alcohol. I'm not going to lie. I did fill this with bourbon. Oh, God. It's been 7 seconds. Yeah, I don't stop on this channel. I keep going.
Put up by someone who was outed as having sexually harassed Courtney as opposed to, you know, one of the openly mirrored copies, and a single post by Tumblr user Opinionated User, none of which contain the screenshots I've shown you, by the way. What I don't think Scow realizes is that by including this list almost a week after her video had been published, after it had already amassed 50,000 views, she was tacitly admitting that she had plagiarized.
EOT is a known tard online. Not surprised you think this video sucks. Thank you. I'm glad that there's normal people. I miss the rage. But I'm driving in Oregon. I'm just driving in Oregon. But
many of these people.
Too mad.
All of these sources should have been there on day one. And even then, that's not enough. She still needs to give some sort of signal when she's referencing.
Sorry, I just had an autism attack.
Them either verbally or visually, like our new.
The minute I see like anything involving Too Mad, it's like the first thing I think. I'm driving in Oregon. I have to do it.
Referencing. Because it is downright shocking to see the similarities between Scow's actions here and Illuminati, aka Blair, as called out in H1MAGUY's plagiarism video last year.
But here's where it gets interesting. Blair knows people might notice this, so she's
Boogie 445 is now the new ship
come up with a defense mechanism. The video has a link in the description to a list of sources, where stuff she quoted or showed in the video gets linked. This is normal, lots of people do this, although usually they cite them when they use them in the actual video, but still. It's an unlabeled collection of links that's difficult to sort through, but if you keep digging, eventually you find a link to Brian Deer's YouTube upload of the documentary. So now if anyone criticizes the fact she ripped it off, she can say, no, I was using a source, I cited it, check, it's in my list. Somewhere, and she uses this flimsy excuse to basically steal anything she wants. Blair frequently plagiarizes people, never mentions they exist in the video or cites them anywhere, but she puts a link in a list no one will read. So that makes it
God, I hate the British. I hate the British.
Okay, right?
At least Illuminati had the...
There's only like a handful of British creators I genuinely respect. I'll give you the list. Kavos, definitely Bored Oranges, Colossal is crazy. And Chud. Those are the only four that I respect. Usually I hate British people.
Decency to source her victims.
I'm English, so I don't take offense. Omegon's also good. All right, so we're at 6. I like 6 British people.
From day one. Scow only does so after she's been called out.
I don't watch Critical Drinker.
And even then, she deliberately left me out of updated description, in spite of the fact that I can show substantial evidence of just how much she had plagiarized us during this specific 30-minute segment. It's because of this that I predict that, with the publishing of this video, Scow and her followers are probably going to try and argue that her source list was there from day one, and that all the screenshots and all the information stolen from us actually came from these other people, banking on an audience just trusting her. You know, exactly what Lily Orchard did when she lied about ID verification on YouTube. However, there is one more aspect to all this I'd like to discuss. Evidence that very strongly spells out to me personally that this was not an accident or genuine mistake, and that's Scow's response to my attempts to reach out to her. As already noted, I was livid when I realized just how bad the plagiarism was, needing to calm down before I could do anything else. Though, once I had, I decided to try and reach out to Vangelina Scow for a number of reasons.
Okay, are we on the blackmail? Are we on chat? Chat, are we on the blackmail? One's in the chat if we're on the blackmail. Am I on the blackmail? Chat, one's in the chat if we're at the part I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh God.
One, I was hoping that there might be something I just missed.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! You're kidding me! You're kidding me!
I'm not sure what, but something, anything, that might have explained things other than this person ripped off years of my work. It was also possible that Scow didn't write or research her own content, merely presenting it, meaning it might not be her who was responsible for the plagiarism. I didn't want to attack her as a person until I had a better idea of whether this was deliberate on her part or not. Third, I just wanted to give people a chance to own up to it, to pay the compensation I felt I was owed for the damages at this point, before moving on. So here's what I wrote. Quote, "Hi, I'm reaching out to you because I've learned that your channel has plagiarized several of my videos. Your channel's video, Lily Orchard, YouTube's biggest creep, Lily Pete, contains several screenshots which are identical to the ones from my videos, the presenter copies several of my phrases almost word for word, and the presenter references the source of our victim testimony, who has not shared their story anywhere else. Plagiarism is not only morally wrong, but also a violation of copyright law, so I expect this to be corrected. Essence of Thought has always intended for our resources to be freely used by others, so usually we would only require you to link our channel in the video description, credit us for the screenshots, and have the presenter cite us whenever one of our ideas or pieces of evidence is used in the video. Since you, your writers, or your researchers did not do so, we feel we are entitled to 30% of the video's monetary value.
No way. No way. I need to get this mic out of my face. Oh, God. %. Okay, 30. I'm not. I don't think you guys understand why I'm laughing. It's not just hearing that they want 30% of the income from these videos. It's not just that. It's that there's a group of complete idiots that told me that this video was so good, it was going to make my reaction to Vangelina's video about H-Bomber Guy obsolete. And that I'm going to look stupid for siding with Vangelina. Oh my God, I've never felt more vindicated in my life. 30%
as compensation, based on the fact that 30 minutes of a 38-minute video are clearly plagiarized.
13 minutes of a 38-minute video.
That includes AdSense, Patreon earnings for the month of February, and sponsorship earnings from HelloFresh. These actions are to be taken along with...
I have never been more vindicated in my life. I hope the YouTube drama subreddit dipshits hear that. I hope you hear that, you fucking losers. You, Brady Biscuit, your mother, your dad, I hope you realize that they failed you as a parent. They failed you as parents. Are you kidding me? 30%?
Issuing a correction/apology to all social media, as well as including...
It's like Vangelina raped them or something.
Explanation of the issue at the top of the video description, run by us first, explaining the error. Thank you for your time, Ethel Thurston, founder of Essence of Thought. End quote. That was sent on Tuesday the 20th of February, 2024. There are a couple of corrections I'd like to make regarding this letter, the first being about the 30-minute estimate. Again, going back, I trimmed out the 1 minute of filler, making it 12 minutes as opposed to 13.
Chat, serious question. One's in the chat if we skip this whole part, because this whole video has just been decimated by that retarded email. There's nothing for me to, like, grasp on here tangibly that's, like, a good thing. Should I skip to how this situation impacted my health? Should we skip to this part? What do you mean keep going? Please keep going? Okay. We'll keep going.
That said, Scout also spends 1 minute on her intro and 2 on her outro, which aren't really content, meaning it's 12 minutes out of 34 minutes, as opposed to 13 minutes out of 38 minutes. So accounting for that, the plagiarized material is still about a third of the research portion of the video.
How does it get worse?
Which I would argue is very much the portion being monetized. No offense to Scout, but people aren't turning up for her intro and outro.
No offense to you, nobody's watching you talking about bullshit plagiarism allegations and trying to blackmail another creator. Like, what are you... No offense to you, you're a dumb H-Bomber Guy knockoff. Like, no offense to you.
The second correction relates to the sentence, the presenter copies several of my phrases almost word for word, which is a bit strong. Again, when I wrote this, I was coming down from an anxiety spike.
I accused her of literally ripping me off word for word. Word for word. But that was just me being incredibly anxiety-riddled. Like, I'm so sorry I accused you of that. But I make a whole video for nothing. Are you serious right now? Are you fucking kidding me?
Passing stuff between myself and Levi. I've shown you...
Oh my god, this video is the worst. Okay, we have a strong contender for the worst video ever made on this channel. First it was Leg with his deleted Pat God apology. That was like #1 for me. Then we have I think number 1 became the scammer payback video. Now, this is definitely the worst video I've ever witnessed in my entire life. This is like on a scale that is unprecedentedly stupid.
Evidence regarding the comment about Lily sending herself anonymous questions and the concluding narrative of Stockholm, that's what this was referenced to. But I do admit, word for word, is too strong of a characterization. I just need to make that absolutely clear, keeping in mind that this is the first and thus far only time I share these emails publicly, hence the immediate need to add this addendum. That said, I'm still pretty happy with this in general. I felt it's a good balance between being open to having—
My mom, wait. Alright, listen. Oh, sorry about that. So, to the person in chat who just said their mom heard me, I apologize, ma'am. I'm not talking about your child that need to be beat more. I'm talking about other people. I promise. They're very nice. I like this person in my chat. They're very nice. You have a good person. Like, what the fuck? The mom expects 30% now.
the situation explained to me, yet also firm in that I'm not going to be pushed around. I think 30% of the video's monetary value is a fair asking price, considering the extent and nature of the plagiarism, whilst also noting that, had I been properly cited in the video, I wouldn't have taken such an issue. I also hope that me approaching them might cause Scout or anyone working behind the screen to reevaluate how they do things. The cynic in me, however, went ahead and archived a copy of her video on Internet Archive, not for the video itself, but for the description, just in case she tried to sneak the references in to pretend like they were always there. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what she did. About midway through the 21st, I checked back in to find the updated description, sourcing various people, minus myself. This to me was an immediate red flag. That she knew to source these people the moment I questioned her suggests very strongly that whoever is running things is—
You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be shitting me. You've got to be fucking shitting me. Hold on. I need to re-listen to that real quick.
Just need to make that absolutely clear, keeping in mind that this is the first and thus far only time I share these emails publicly, hence the immediate need to add this addendum. That said, I'm still pretty happy with this in general. I felt it's a good balance between being open to having the situation explained to me, yet also firm in that I'm not going to be pushed around. I think 30% of the video's monetary value is a fair asking price, considering the extent—
Suck my dick for 30%, you fucking clown. Suck my dick for 30%. That's what Vangelina should have said. She should have just put out a video that said, suck my dick. Like, what the fuck?
And nature of the plagiarism, whilst also noting that, had I been properly cited in the video, I wouldn't have taken such an issue. I also hope that me approaching them might cause Scout or anyone working behind the screen to reevaluate how they do things. The cynic in me, however, went ahead and archived a copy of her video on Internet Archive, not for the video itself, but for the description, just in case she tried to sneak the references in to pretend like they were always there. And wouldn't you know it, that's exactly what she did. About midway through the 21st, I checked back in to find the updated description, sourcing various people, minus myself. This to me was an immediate red flag. That she knew to source these people the moment I questioned her,
or maybe she forgot. Or maybe she forgot. You know, there's always an option that somebody is just so fucking brain dead that they forgot. Not to call Vangelina brain dead, but people forget shit all the time. Like, you can't just immediately attribute that to malice.
Suggests very strongly that whoever is running things is fully cognizant of what they are doing. That's to say, Scout or Scout's team know they're plagiarizing, they're just relying on nobody being willing to take on a channel of her size. I say that because this screen's preparing to go on the defense. I imagine that, when this video goes out, Scout and her supporters will pretend like the description always included these new sources, or that—
I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say your video's a waste of time, effort, and malding, and pissing, and shitting, and coming, and no one cares. No one cares except for H-bomber guy autists. No one gives a shit. I'm only going over it because I found it funny that there were idiots trying to tell me this video was good.
She forgot to include them, something she could have said in response to my initial email. If you think there's a simple explanation, it's natural to try and share that explanation. Yet she can't really do that now, since it ignores the fact that she still hasn't referenced me for the work she stole from our channel. To me personally, these are not the actions of an honest person owning up to a mistake or a flaw in the system. These are the actions of a dishonest person trying to get away with plagiarism. That said, I'm always told to give people the benefit of the doubt, to give them more chances to fix their mistakes, so I reached out again, this time stating that quote—
Oh, no. You sent them another email. Are you serious right now? You're joking. You sent another email.
Hi, I'm aware that you have updated your video description since my email to include everyone you plagiarized, excluding me.
Plagiarized. Oh my god.
In
Such
spite of the fact that I
loaded
can prove you
language.
get 12 minutes of your video from my series, including through the clever application of data triangulation. I am, suffice to say,
Data triangulation. Data triangulation. Oh my god. Data triangulation.
disappointed with your course of action and would like to give you one final chance to make amends before I go public with everything. Ethel Thurston, founder of Essence Support. End quote. This was sent on Wednesday, the 21st of February 2024. I would finally receive a response on Thursday the 22nd, stating, quote, "Thank you for following up. All further correspondence can be sent to our lawyer," end quote. She then gave me the email address of a lawyer in Canada. Now, I'm not going to lie, this threw me for a bit, as Scow either lives in Dublin or Macedonia, at least according to her Twitter and WikiTube profile. Then, my wife Adita, who is also a lawyer, pointed out the custom email Scow uses, @Solaro_MGMT, with Solaro Management being a Canadian-based media management company. Now, I'm not particularly worried about this, since I've seen how lawyers typically operate in these sorts of situations, though to be clear, I'm not a legal professional myself. But, as I've seen it, as a human rights activist who has made some pretty fragile enemies over the years, the whole "talk to my lawyer" is only something you really say in person. When it comes to writing, you go to your lawyer and have them respond for you. The fact that they haven't done so
Thank you for the membership after the autism song.
suggests to me that they likely haven't taken the case to said lawyer, at least not yet, and are hoping that the mere mention of a lawyer will scare me into self-censoring. And yes, I do consider that to be threatening behaviour. I approached Scout—
You literally came to her first and threatened her. You literally emailed her first and threatened her. And her response is, "Talk to my fucking lawyer, asshole." How is that threatening? If she came to you and said, "I'm getting a lawyer involved, go fuck yourself," like, then yeah, I'd be like, that's a little threatening. But you emailing them, demanding 30% and accusing them of plagiarism? Shit, I'd say talk to my lawyer too. Like, what are you talking about?
in the hopes that she would be open to talking to me as a human being, hopefully
Then why did you just come into her hot? Oh, you talk to me like a human being. I accused her of plagiarism and demanded 30% of her income. But I don't know why she, I don't know why at any point she didn't want to talk to me. I wonder why.
explaining what happened, and, if no good explanation could be given for her actions, apologising before going on to make amends. I think it's a very human reaction to want to explain ourselves when we're made aware of the fact that we're hurting other people, even if we weren't previously aware that we were doing so, and that's what I was hoping for. So for Scout to jump straight to telling me to contact her lawyer reads to me like someone going, "Oh, you want to have a go then?" Just,
God, I fucking hate these people. I just hate, I hate soy people like this. I really do.
on a legal level, effectively pressuring me to stop pursuing the matter. Another thing I find really interesting about this entire situation is that
You made an accusation against her. Just because she said, "I'm contacting my lawyer." You made an accusation. No shit. She's gonna go with, "Hey, talk to my lawyer."
Scout literally published a video last month about how Illuminati is gearing up to sue various people who have come forward and shared their horrible experiences of how
You are not the same as Wonder. At all. You're not the same as Wonderstruck. You're not the same. Your situation is not even remotely fucking close to the people that Blair treated like garbage, that bankrupted them, that took money from them. You're not even close to that shit. You're not even close. You are not even close to Oz. Oz's house was almost repossessed, and he was almost made homeless. Your situation is not like theirs. Don't you dare fucking compare that. You fucking idiot.
she abused and exploited them, including via plagiarism. Yet here Scout is refusing to—
The plagiarism wasn't the main issue with Blair when it came to the other ones. That wasn't what it was at all. When it came to Wonder, Click, Oz, and One Topic, she treated them like absolute dog shit. She accused Legal Eagle of plagiarism, and H. Bomber Guy found out she was plagiarizing. You are an idiot. You don't even know the story of Illuminati.
to even try and engage in civil conversation after she was caught plagiarizing. So when she says shit like this,
I don't know how you make such a blatant lie and just expect everybody to take that at face value, but this seems to be a thing that controversial creators do. I don't get it. I'm never going to get it. Doesn't make any sense.
I don't believe her. She is exactly the same as a lot of the people she criticizes. She is just another Illuminati. And if you're a fan of hers, especially...
Bullshit, Shogun. I need a break. Hold on. Bullshit. Yeah, fuck you. I just got trolled. Wait! Oh no! I can't escape.
If someone giving to her Patreon, I have to ask, do you like being played for a sucker? Because that's what she's doing. She not only ripped myself, Levi, and our patrons off by plagiarizing our work, but she's also ripped you off in presenting other people's work, lazily blended as her own. And it's not just her viewers and patrons, it's also her corporate sponsors. These people pay, either with their money or time, as with the case with ads, to see or appear in original content. They do not pay to see or appear in plagiarized crap. So yeah, that's the situation so far, minus one very shocking update, but I'll save that for a standalone piece. If you see my post, you know what it is. But returning to the reply, that's why I've now gone ahead and published this video, hopefully exposing Vangelina Skov and Solaro Management for what they are, at least in light of the evidence I have available to me. But again...
Oh my god, the transphobia in her chat. Oh my god, these people, man. These online content creators that can't stop making themselves victims is fucking annoying. I just want to listen to this part. I don't care about this. I genuinely
This really couldn't have come at a worse time for me. For those on my channel, you probably noticed I haven't uploaded a single video since December 2023. Now, the reason for this, at least to begin with, is because I was burnt out from just how personally traumatic my last video was. And like, okay, we get it. I took a couple of weeks off after producing a 3-hour, fully referenced, fully subtitled video. That's waiting to have the final root canal session before being capped. I had an accident which broke my foot. Note that I will be showing you one of the slides from...
I don't care. I don't fucking care. This is like what Daft Peanut was like. I was really mean to people because my lungs were collapsing in on itself. And my rib cage was like poking me. Dude, you've got to be shitting me. That's literally what Daft Peanut did. What the fuck? I can't escape it. I can't escape the loop. I can't escape the loop that I'm trapped in. Ethel 100% dumps the responsibility for people in the comments not providing trans people a safe place in the Okay, shut up. I'm not watching that. Not you, Weaver. It's just like, that whole section is retarded. It's a YouTube comment section. Stop it. Stop trying to make people do ridiculous shit. Like, we're not going to be able to stop the comments. Stop it. Stop it. Like, stop trying to force people to do things that you want them to. See, this is the face... ultimate soy jack moment. This is how I view you, individual. Essence of thought. I view you like this. This is you now. You are now this. Congratulations. Congratulations. You are now this soy jack. Please fuck off kindly. Now I want to hear what Vangelina has to say. No, I don't want to watch the transphobia part. I literally don't care. I literally don't care.
So I'm going to try and keep this as concise as I can to hopefully not take up your whole day, but I don't know how long this will actually take, so...
It's 45 minutes, Vangelina. Please, please. Please.
You'll already know the timestamps there, but I want to talk about the accusations that are being made about me. I don't actually have a script for this, so there'll probably be cuts here and there of me just trying to make sure I gather my thoughts and say everything that I need to say, so bear with me on that one, but it's mostly going to be an unedited video besides some cuts, and maybe a screenshot here and there if it's necessary. I'm not sure yet. Before I actually move on to talk about Essence of Thought, I want to firstly talk about the H-Bomber guy thing, because this is something that keeps getting brought up, and I haven't actually addressed it, so I want to get that out.
Yeah, you had a good video about it. There were some things I was like, not really. But there was good points in that video. I still stand by that. Shocking to To the H Bomber Guy fans that tried to come running into my comments and be like, Chris, you're an insufferable piece of shit. You're not nice to people. Skip H Bomber part.
Out of the way first, just to get that out of the way first, and then we'll talk about it.
What's the timestamp for that? Because genuinely, I don't need her to hear Evangelina's Ethel.
Right, let's move on then to the main thing of the day, is the Essence of Thought thing. So a couple of you will know what this is about. Probably a lot of you won't, but if you don't, then a channel called Essence of Thought has accused me of plagiarizing their video about Lily Orchard. So I'm just looking at the email to make sure that I don't misrepresent the email. By the way, Ethel shared these emails on her video, so it's okay for me to be sharing these emails. I wouldn't normally share emails unless the other person's done it first. So she's already done that, so this is fine. But she emailed me and said that I had plagiarized her Lily Orchard video, used the same screenshots and said things word for word, that it is a violation of copyright law and they expect it to be
We're going to go 1.7 on this one. Let me know if it's too fast, chat.
corrected, sorry. And they said because of this, they feel they're entitled to 30% of the ad revenue for the video, 30% of the money from the sponsor of that video, and 30% of my monthly Patreon earnings. Which, can we get this out of the way right now? I don't have a lot of patrons. Actually, Essence of Thought has way more patrons than me. So really, Patreon is not a source of income for me. It's maybe one day, but not now. But I do make a little bit of money from it, in fairness. But yeah, so they said that they wanted 30% of my ad revenue for that video, for the sponsor money, and for the entire month of Patreon.
I listen to those videos at 2x, so it's great. Yeah, I'm glad you're happy, Addendum. Dude, this is... Bro! I don't even know how to explain to you the retardation I just witnessed, dude. I don't know if you've been here the whole time or not. My brain is, like, on fire right now.
Otherwise, they were going to end up making a video about me. This is said in a later email, but it was quite clear what was meant. So I just want to explain, well, I guess firstly why I didn't respond. And I think you need to understand from my...
Oh, Addendum. Oh, Addendum. You've missed single-handedly the worst exposed video I've ever witnessed on this channel, dude. It's so bad. It is the worst goddamn content I've ever seen.
Perspective, that this is somebody emailing me, claiming that I've plagiarized them, and demanding money so that they don't.
Oh, there's a whole like 2 hours dedicated to it, bro. You can watch it later.
Make a video about me. And this is me knowing that I haven't plagiarized anyone's video. So in my eyes, when I get this, it feels like somebody's trying to...
You're stealing food out of my mouth? Wait, what? Is that what was said in the email?
Unless the other person's done it first. Her Lily Orchard video.
Okay,
Patreon is not a source of income, so that they don't make a video about me. And this is me knowing that I haven't plagiarized anyone's video. So in my eyes, when I get this, it feels like somebody's trying to extort me for money. And that is a serious legal issue. That's not something I can just immediately respond to and be like, no, or here's some money. So
Ethel said in the video that they were... that Evangelina was taking money and food out of their mouth. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. You're trolling me, chat. You're fucking trolling me. You're trolling me. There's no goddamn way. You're trolling. You fucking trolling.
I really did feel like this was somebody trying to...
Oh, it's real. It's real? Oh, no. This makes it so much worse. I skipped it. I'm glad I skipped it. I couldn't take that video anymore. Okay, I'll just take your word for it, chat.
Extort me. I still kind of do. But weirdly, I didn't initially realize who this was. I did pretty quickly, but initially I just thought this is just some random person saying that I owe them money. Like, this is just some random YouTuber trying to blackmail me. As soon as I did realize who it was, though, that kind of brings me to my second reason why I didn't respond. Because I'm aware of Essence of Thought. I've not watched their videos, but I don't know how to say this properly, but, and you're not supposed to admit things like this online, but I am terrified of Ethel, like truly terrified of Ethel, because I have seen her history of harassing people and she doesn't stop. And everything is blown to the extreme. Lies are told, things are distorted, and she just doesn't stop. There's one creator...
Okay, mods, find me a video about Ethel's history. I'm curious about this Ethel person. Mods, find me a video.
You all know who I'm talking about if you're aware of Essence of Thought at all, because she's been harassing for 5 years. So at this point of this email, I'm freaking out, thinking, if I respond in any way, without just giving them money to shut them up, which I don't want to give somebody money to shut them up. I don't want to give...
You never want to... Evangelina, do not ever give somebody money like that.
Somebody hush money. I'm not Jeffree Star. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. So I'm thinking, if I respond in any way, this person is going to be furious. This person's going to go ballistic, and it's going to actually be worse. I knew they were going to make a video about me if I didn't respond, but I didn't want to make them angrier because I was scared of them. I did go back and forth thinking, should I just respond? Should I try to handle this and just explain, no, I didn't plagiarize your video. I'm not sure why you think that. Maybe we can talk about it. I don't know what's going on here, to be honest with you. But after they sent their first email to me, they were tweeting about this whole thing, immediately calling me a plagiarist. Not using my name, at least in fairness, but calling me a plagiarist. So just saying these things as fact without having discussed it with me. So they weren't open to actually discussing this. There was no room in her mind for the chance that this was a misunderstanding. But after they had sent the first email to me saying, pay me 30% of your income, they tweeted and sent an email to the sponsor of that video.
Hey chat, I'm gonna show you something real quick. Ooh, this is gonna feel good. This is gonna feel real good. Where is the video? Where is this? Where are you? Where's the comment? Oh, this is gonna feel good. This is gonna feel real good, chat. Let's see here. I actually love how this is going to age since she scrubbed it, because she is actually just as bad as Illuminati's plagiarism. I don't even like H. Bomber Guy that much, but the seriousness of how egregious creative theft and the spread of misinformation, it's not a good point. They have actually proven to be lazy and bad. Oh, hey, Bernie! Oh, now I remember you. Bernie being based in the comments. Listen, I know we came off at a rocky start. We're based in the comments. This person, I really want to know what they think. Chat, what should we write in this comment here? She tried to extort EOT, and they claim she didn't do that directly in her video. EOT, prove clear and abundant proof of this. And her response was, no, I didn't. Lamau. You owe me 30% of your income for reading this. There you go. Bernie, I take back all the horrible things I said about you. This is crazy. This is a crazy fucking thing to do, is to contact sponsors over potential plagiarism. You're shitting me.
To try and, what it looks like, to harm my income. So my fears were confirmed, at least in my opinion, that this was somebody who was maliciously trying to attack me and trying to damage my income. And I was a bit freaked out. Like, what do I do in that situation? This is somebody who's already calling me a plagiarist. If I talk to them, what's going to happen? The very next day, they sent me another email after they'd already reached out to HelloFresh. And at this point, they'd already started scripting the video, I believe. From what they've said, they'd already started working on this video. So again, leads to my suspicions that they were going to make a video about me no matter what. And again, at this point, I'd accepted that they were going to make a video about me. So in the second email, it says that you've changed your description, which I will go into the description. I will go into the sourcing of everything, by the way. You've changed your description. Use of data triangulation, which still confuses me because that's not what data triangulation means. But
what is data triangulation? What is data triangulation? Is the use of a variety of data sources, including time, space, persons in a study. Finding can be collaborated, and any weakness in the data can be compromised with the strengths of other data, thereby increasing the validity and readability of the results. You've got to be fucking shitting me.
Regardless.
Cell phone data location.
I'd like to give you one final chance to make amends before I go public with everything, which again to me just felt like I was being blackmailed, that somebody was trying to extort me for money, because again, I knew
it comes across that way. It really does. It's like, you better talk to me or else I'm making a video on you. Like, it sounds like extortion.
That I hadn't plagiarized anybody's video. And anybody who I consulted about this, without me using the words extortion or blackmail, said the exact same thing. So what was I supposed to think at this point? I just chose the route of, they're going to make a video about me. They're already going after my income. They've contacted sponsors to try and get me into trouble and make me lose a source of income. They're trying to extort me for money, in my view. And they're going to make a video about me no matter what I do. They're not going to listen to me. They're not going to listen to any kind of or come to any kind of understanding that this may have been a misunderstanding. They've made their mind up. So let me just explain how I came to actually make the Lily Orchard video and how I researched it and stuff, just to give you a better understanding, because me just saying I didn't plagiarize the video, that's not enough, right? So a couple of months ago, I believe, a couple of people...
Honestly, I would say, yeah, that's enough. You could just be like, screenshots aren't plagiarism. Coming to the same conclusion isn't plagiarism. This person tried to extort me for 30% of my income over bullshit allegations. That's how you should have done it.
People message me in DMs to ask me would I consider covering the Lily Orchard stuff. I do get DMs from time to time from people, actually quite frequently, from people asking me.
EOT was one of the people who were moral grandstanding back in the day about politics while bashing people and bullying. Oh! So we're talking about like old SJW types, Gamergate era.
To cover
another Brianna Wu.
Situations. And it tends to happen that I guess one topic will have kind of picked up and a couple of people message me at the same time. So I had a couple of messages. One of them I remember was like offering to put me in contact with somebody who was involved. And then there was people offering information or people who just like typed out like a brief history of. I didn't initially respond to stuff. I don't know why. I really don't remember. I might have just been busy. So I didn't initially respond to any of the things, not for any reason other than I guess I just forgot or I didn't think to do it at the time or I thought I'd come back to it or I was busy, whatever it was. But then a couple months later, a video from Definitely Bored Oranges came up in my homepage.
It was a good video by Oranges, by the way. Shout out to Definitely Bored Oranges. Shout out to that guy. He's actually pretty good. I'll admit it. He's pretty good.
And I saw the name Lily Orchard and I thought, oh yeah, I've heard that name before. I couldn't remember where I'd heard it. Couldn't remember that people had DM'd me. And I said, okay, I'll watch that, see what this is about. It gave me kind of a brief overview of some of the stuff. To be honest, I found it a little bit hard to follow that video, not because of the video. The video was fine. It was just because I didn't know Lily Orchard and I didn't know what was actually going on besides some of the stuff that people had DM'd me, but I hadn't fully read through everything at this point. Weirdly, after I got recommended that video, another person reached out to me about Lily Orchard, and I don't know if it was just because stuff was picking up again at the time. Like I said, things just seemed to happen all around the same time. So I did respond to that person and I talked to them. They gave me information, they gave me some screenshots, they pointed me in the direction of stuff, and then I also obviously did quite a lot of my own research. I went and looked online, I looked at, well, Encyclopedia Dramatica was one of them, random Reddit posts, random Tumblr posts.
Okay, listen, Vangelina, if I'm going to be real with you, there's one critique I can give you. Never use Encyclopedia Dramatica. Yeah, sure, can it point you in some directions? Yeah, but like don't use that. don't use Encyclopedia Dramatica.
And quite a lot of the stuff actually.
Look up Essence of Thought and Rachel Oates if you want some history on EOT and her ceaseless bullying. She's gone after Rachel for 5 years now. Interesting. Four years ago.
Okay.
All right, we might get into that. We might. The stream is lasting way longer than I wanted it to, but I'm gonna be real. I'm having way too much fun right now.
Came from a Tumblr blog, which I originally linked in the description of my Lily Orchard video. I think it was called Lily Orchard Gossip Blog. My aim with that video was to give like a concise overview of stuff, like of some of the main points, and I even said that in the video, like there's a lot more if people want to make a second video, but generally I like to keep videos kind of short and digestible, like around the 30-minute mark. I should mention as well, one of the sources that I didn't mention, and I still haven't mentioned, this, admitting this is probably gonna get me in trouble, but was actually Kiwi Farms, and I only really went there to see archives, screenshots of things like that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I don't get why people are like, well, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that I went to Kiwi Farms. Listen, is Kiwi Farms a weird fucking place? Absolutely. But I'm gonna say one good thing about Kiwi Farms. They are fucking really good at archiving shit. They are very, very good at it. And you can use that as a reference point to find information on other things. It's a great reference website for people that cover drama or documentarian style content. It's not that horrible of a place. It's literally just a place for creators to get information, and if they are able to confirm the information on Kiwi Farms by tracing it back from where they saw it on Kiwi Farms to the original post, I don't see a problem with that. I
didn't link that, and I haven't linked it now because Kiwi Farms is a very controversial place, understandably so. And
is it really? Yeah, do they say fucked up shit there? Sure. Like that's really all I have to like shit on them for. That's like really it. Not even then. It's like whatever. They say whatever the fuck they want. I don't care. Like let them say la vie, dude.
It's a message board, so it's not actually
r/YouTube Drop is already loving this chance to get back Evangelina after she insulted their god H-bomb. They already tried coming to my comments, Chegg, to say that Vangelina's a horrible person and I'm an insufferable piece of shit. So I hope they post this live stream on the r/YouTube drama so they can see this part of the video. Hey, assholes, let's try that one out for size. You guys are idiots.
A source, but I did get some archive links and screenshots and background information from there, which I then went on, obviously, to like verify from other places. Now, here's where I tell you what I did wrong, right? So I did not properly source everything that I used in the description because most of the information that I got was from that Tumblr blog, as well as the person that I've been talking to and some other people who had messaged me previously. The person who I mentioned didn't want to be sourced, that's fine. They're not a YouTuber, so that was the end of that. The gossip blog I did link, but I didn't go into any of the individual links within that because the Tumblr blog was sort of a collection of other links. I also didn't put the Definitely Bored Oranges video as a source. I think, honestly, just because I didn't use it for research, but looking back at it now, I probably should have put that because I did watch it, or at the very least put it as like further watching or something.
I don't even feel like you had to do that. If you already put in the Tumblr link, that Tumblr link linked to other sources and resources that you use. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, who cares? Like, you did the bare minimum. That's it. You did the bare minimum. Like, there's no Vangelina. Listen. You don't need to fucking reference every goddamn thing. You did enough by just putting in the link to the Tumblr account, which Tumblr is a fucking hellscape and a half. I fucking hate Tumblr. But at least you did bare minimum. Just, that's it. This person is overinflating it to the highest degree possible.
So when Essence of Thought reached out to me, I thought, well, okay, yeah, fair enough. I haven't actually done a good enough job of putting all the sources more concisely. So,
which is, you can say that's fair, but I also think this person overblew it to the highest extreme imaginable. That was unnecessary.
I'm going to fix that. And I went into the Tumblr blog. I took a few of the specific links from the Tumblr blog and I put them in. I put the Definitely Bored Oranges video because I had watched it. I put Encyclopedia Dramatica because I had looked at it and I got a lot of information from there. Didn't put Kiwi Farms for the reasons that we've already discussed. It's not actually a proper source, really. And I put a video that I didn't actually watch, but I had been told about it. So that was a members only interview with Courtney. But I put that there because I had heard.
Break time. Confusing's going to hate editing this because we have to cut out these parts. Confusing, you have a lot of work. Apparently, Tipster has commented on the new Keffals upload. Chat, I'll let you vote. Do you want to do the new Keffals upload after this? I'm curious. Because Tipster apparently wrote in the new video, which is 3 minutes long. We can get through that later. I don't care how much you dislike someone, telling them to take their own life, that you hope they get essayed and praising the actions of a far-right harassment and doxing forum is insane. How is it far-right? Dude, Kiwi Farms shits on Nick Fuentes religiously. Like, how is it far right? They shit on the far right. How is Kiwi Farms far right? Just because they have freedom of speech there? I don't get that. I don't get that critique of Kiwi Farms.
About it. I knew some of the stuff that was said there, but I put it there, but I didn't watch it. In the second video that was going to make about Lily Orchard, I was
It isn't. Free speech is not far right. It is not far right.
actually going to try and get in contact with Courtney, but I don't think there'll be a second video at this point. So we'll see. At that point, I would have watched the video. That was my point. But yeah, that was it. But that was all the sources that I used. I also put a thank you to the people that had messaged me to make it clear that that's what happened. By the way, that's not something that happens for every video, but it does happen time to time. It's usually when a topic's a little bit more niche that somebody will go and send stuff. Or if it's about Trish Paytas, because people seem to have receipts on hand for Trish Paytas. The other thing that I did wrong in this...
Yeah, there's a whole, like, crazy fucking subreddit of people that just stalk Trisha Paytas. Called Trishy Land. I remember covering that on the show back when I used to work for it. But fuck, man, Trishy Land's a fucked place.
Situation was that I didn't check the source of all of the screenshots I used, because like I said, some of them came from random Reddit posts, random Tumblr posts, and from the DMs as well, and I didn't check where those originated from, which was stupid. I probably should have checked that. Actually, not probably, I definitely should have checked that. I have no excuse for why I didn't check that beyond I just didn't think of it, but I just didn't think of it as not actually a valid excuse. So I should have done that, and in the future I will make sure that I do that. So what I will say is that I cannot guarantee that none of the screenshots that I received or that I found online in random places did not originate from Essence of Thought. But what I can guarantee is that I did not go to Essence of Thought's video to screenshot things and take that as my own.
While we were watching Vangelina, what happened to her? Some retard accused her of plagiarism, but it's not remotely based in factual reality. This person is a schizophrenic. There you go, Celtic.
And this is the misunderstanding that I'm talking about, because yeah, I messed up in the fact that I absolutely should have checked where those came from, but I did not go and steal those screenshots and then not credit Essence of Thought. So what I will do, because it is fair if those did originate from Essence of Thought, I will put Essence of Thought as a source in that video description. And I'm not doing that because I think it's going to make them go away. I know that they won't. I'm doing it because it's the fair thing to do, and I guess as a gesture of good faith, but they've said...
I'm going to be real. You didn't even have to do that. Like, you didn't have to. Like, this person's just being a schizophrenic. There's no reason to, like, link their video in there or anything.
And let me find it here. I have their script. We are beyond making amends at this point. I gave you that chance twice. I will make sure your reputation burns upon fires fueled by your own history. So,
that is the most insane sentence of all time.
They don't want to discuss this. They don't want to make amends. I'm fully aware of that. I'm not putting their channel as a source to try and make amends or to try and make them go away or to try and make them not try to burn my reputation or whatever it is that they're trying to do. It's just because it's the fair thing to do. I will point out it's a bit alarming to have somebody so blatantly say that they plan to go on a smear campaign against me. But this is, as soon as I realised who this was that was contacting me, I knew this is where it was going. So that's quite scary. But we'll move on swiftly from that. I just want to reiterate again, to make it really clear. I did not go to Essence of Thought's video, screenshot things, and take their work as my own. I did not do that. But I will still put the source there because maybe some of the screenshots, a handful of the screenshots that I used, originated from Essence of Thought, and I should have checked where every single screenshot came from. I'm doing that because it's the right thing to do. The other thing that she said I plagiarized was that there was a section in both of our videos talking about... God, it's not too relevant, but we said the same thing of like Lily Orchard's probably sending herself messages so that she can respond to them herself, right? We both said the same thing. And I'm going to be so honest here, and I don't mean this in any way to be insulting to Ethel. Please don't take it that way, because if
I'm going to be insulting to Ethel. You can be as nice as humanly possible, Vangelina. I think this person's a schizophrenic.
Insulting Ethel, I'm insulting myself. But this is not like a super 4D chess move thought to have. Like, this is a very basic thought to have because creators have been outed for doing that all the time. And not just creators, I'm sure we all have friends that have done that. I'm sure we all know people who have done that from school days and things like that. It was my first thought, and actually the reason it was my first thought was because as I was doing the research for this and I saw that, the thoughts of the comments came to my head, and I could think of people commenting, oh, what if like she just did that herself? And I was like, yeah, actually she probably did. It's not a bizarre thing to think. I think most people, without being told that opinion, would think it themselves. I truly believe that. Like, we just had the same thought. They originally said I copied it word for word, which was not true, and then Ethel later did clarify that I did not actually say word for word, that it was just the same thought. So we did just have the same thought. That's not plagiarism.
I just did what Vosh did, and you guys just saw like all my retarded screenshots. See? No lolicon. Totally normal. See, that's what a normal download folder looks like, Vosh. That looks like a total normal fucking download folder of just stupid photos I've taken of people.
It's just a really obvious thing to
see. That's what happens. You see how I didn't panic and go, oh, my porn folder. I don't have one. There you go. I'm normal. That's my proof I'm normal. Yeah, there's a lot of photos. They're all just screenshots of like other creators that look ugly.
think, in my opinion, at least like half of the people who would see that without being told of that opinion would think the same thing. They'd have the same opinion because we all know people who have done that. We've seen creators who have done that. Another thing that Ethel said that I plagiarized was Stockholm, I guess. So that was a fan fiction thing that Lily Orchard had written. It's horrific, by the way. So it's quite a big deal to do with Lily Orchard. Like, it's brought up a lot, so obviously I had to talk about it. And I summarized some of the main points of what Stockholm is about because obviously it's YouTube. I didn't want to go into the full details of it because like it's disgusting and it involves...
Yeah, because you're trying to avoid any sort of TOS violations.
It was like underage characters. And because I did that, Ethel was saying that I plagiarized their video because they also talked about Stockholm, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, I think they're trying to say that I plagiarized their analysis of it, but I didn't analyze it. I just summarized it and pointed out that it's gross, which I think saying it's gross, it's not really like a full-on...
Yeah, Chris's nuclear folder is just pictures of Chef. Yeah, exactly. There was a hot girl. Yeah, that was Morg Pie when I edited the Super Mega video. You can literally see that photo in the video. It's just Morg Pie.
Analysis, it's just like very obvious that it's gross. Like that's the bare minimum of what I could say about it. Maybe people wanted a more in-depth analysis. It's just not the way that I do stuff on my channel generally. And I went through the main points. I said why it was disgusting, and I moved on. And I don't think us talking about the same thing, the same fan fiction, I don't think me summarizing the fan fiction is plagiarizing Essence of Thought. It's not even plagiarizing Lily Orchard. It's just summarizing the main points of a fan fiction. So that stuff, I don't know. I didn't plagiarize it. Also, I feel the need to point out, I didn't see that. I didn't see them talking about Stockholm. I didn't watch.
I also have a photo of Doug Walker saved on here. Oh, I do have one goblin. See? So maybe I'm a lot like Vosh. I don't know on that one. You know, I do have a goblin saved my...
clip.
You see now you see the retarded shit I save on my computer. Is that Frogan? No, that's Airsoft Fatty. That's Airsoft Fatty.
Of them saying anything to do with, oh, maybe Lily Orchard has sent herself messages. I did not
It's Airsoft Fatty dressed like Shrek.
see that. I can't possibly plagiarize something that I haven't even watched. And I say this not to be mean, just to be fully honest so you understand where I'm coming from. I wouldn't have used Essence of Thought as research for my video because I don't trust them as a source of information given what I know about them and how I've seen how she goes after people and how she twists things and how she lies about things from my understanding. I don't find her trustworthy. That's my own personal opinion. I'm not saying that you...
It's not even like, bro, I just watched her whole video and I came to that conclusion without even watching your video. So, like, but does he have DSP pictures in that folder? I think I do. I think I do have, like, some ugly DSP photos in there. But, like, I got that she was a liar and a complete loser from just watching the original video. I didn't even need to see Vangelina's video.
Think that. That's what I think. So in my own ethics, I wouldn't have used her as a source. I didn't need to watch her video to find out what was going on about Lily Orchard because there were plenty of other places to find that stuff out. So just to summarize the plagiarism stuff again, I didn't plagiarize the video. I didn't go and watch her video and screenshot stuff and use her work as research. Maybe some of the stuff that I found was originating from them, but I didn't realize, and that is my fault for not checking, which is...
I wouldn't even apologize for that. I'm gonna be real. I wouldn't apologize for that. I'd be like, dude, I got the screenshots elsewhere. If they were part of your video, so what? They're just screenshots. See, I'm a lot more of a dick. Vangelina's like actually a nice person. I'm much more of an asshole. Like, I'm more jaded in this world.
Is why they are now going to be and are already a source in the Lily Orchard video, which again, I know won't make them stop. The next thing that I want to address, because this was brought up towards the end of the video, was that there was, in that video, so if you don't know, Lily Orchard is trans. I didn't reference it in the video, it wasn't relevant, but in the comments of that video, there were some transphobic comments. And I'm genuinely glad that this was brought up because, well, firstly, I didn't see them, and I should have seen them. I should have garnered and assumed this is a controversial person who is trans. I should have assumed there will be transphobia in the comments, and I didn't, and that is a failing on my part. I should...
What? Okay, if you feel that way, that's fine, I guess, but, like, I feel like beating yourself up about it and, like, saying that you should have done more. Like, you can't control what other people are going to write. Like, you can't do it. Like, what are you going to do? Sit there all day and just filter the comments? Like, you had 50,000 views on that. I assume there was, like, 1,000 comments. And if you kept deleting comments, more and more people would probably show up and be like, oh, Vangelina is deleting comments. Like, what the sheer fact that you, like, I get you want to be, like, that kind of creator and, you know, curate that stuff. I don't have an issue with it. It's whatever. It's your channel, right? But I feel like conceding that point vindicates the other creator, the crazy one. I already forgot their fucking name because they're so pathetic.
Would have done a better job of monitoring.
Yeah, there's no way to win. There's no way to win that situation. You know, I'm not beating up Vangelina for it. I just personally believe it's just extra work for an unnecessary reason. You can't. People are just gonna say shit. You can't stop them.
The comments on that video, but I didn't, and I am genuinely sorry for that. And I am glad it was brought up because this is something that I needed to address. So I am very sorry that I did not monitor those comments properly. I'm very sorry that I didn't think about that. I should have thought.
Yeah, their name's Ethel. I already forgot how fucking pathetic they are.
About that, I should have done better. And in the future, I will try my hardest to do much, much better than that. I will try and monitor my comments properly, especially on videos where there's a chance that people could be not just transphobic, but anything, you know, anything ableist or homophobic or racist or anything like that. I will do much better, and I'm very sorry for that. And I am glad that this was brought to my attention. So thank you for that one. That was quite heavy. So just to lighten things up a bit before we move on to the next part, I just wanted to address this as well because I'm now also being accused of not being Irish because I said that I'm Macedonian. And this is so not serious, but I just want to get it out of the way because it's something that I've actually been accused of before. I think it might have been to do with Eugenia Cooney, I think the Eugenia Cooney subreddit. I think somebody said this about me and I've seen it before. By the way, Ethel was not the one saying this. There was a comment. I think I have a screenshot. I will try to find it. It'll be up on screen if I can find it.
Okay, why even address this? Wait a minute, Ethel responded to this? There's a lot of issues people are bringing up about her, and I'm all for it. Okay, this person is a drama-mongering fucking piece of human garbage.
Somebody saying that I'm lying about being Irish because I said before that I was Macedonian, and Ethel like responding to that.
You're fucking kidding me. Ethel responded to that? You're fucking joking. Ethel's retarded.
So I am Irish. I was born in Dublin. I lived in Ireland for most of my life. Did all my schooling here. In fact, like primary school, I actually went to a Gael school, so I speak fluent Irish. I am Irish. But at the same time, I am also Macedonian, and you may be asking how that's possible. Although, actually, to be honest, probably like most of you aren't asking that because it's fairly straightforward. But there's like just a small handful of people who can't seem to figure this out. So I just want to say it now, so I don't have to address it again because it's so ridiculous, so unserious compared to the rest of the stuff going on in this video. But I just wanted to lighten it up a bit. Sometimes people from 2 different countries will have a child.
All right, all right. I see why you're responding to this. This is like funny petty. I like this. Good job. This is good. This is some pettiness. I like me some petty.
So that's what happened here. My mother is Irish. My father is Macedonian. I was born and raised in Ireland. And then when I was 17, just before I turned 18, after I finished secondary school, I moved to Macedonia and I lived there. So I am Irish. I am Macedonian, both by blood and by nationality because I have 2 passports. I'm a dual citizen of both Ireland and Macedonia. It's not very complicated. I think the small, tiny minority of people who are accusing me of this are going to continue to accuse me of this, but I just didn't want it to become a thing. And also it was a little bit funny, to be honest with you. So, we've cleared that up. That was clearly not as serious as everything else, but I just wanted to get that out of the way. So I have some final things that I want to say. And again, I'm worried about saying them because I don't want to misconstrue anything.
Okay, Sakura. Ethel doesn't agree with race mixing. If we wanted to play Ethel's game, we could accuse her of that, but I'm not going to do that because that's fucking stupid. But it's kind of funny to think about.
And I'm not trying to attack anyone, and I don't want this to turn into a thing, but I genuinely don't believe that Essence of Thought went into this in good faith.
No.
I don't know if I should say that, but I don't. The reason I don't...
Vangelina, I'm being straight up with you. They did not go into this with with good faith. This is like the worst video I've ever seen. Holy shit.
There's a lot of reasons why I don't. The first is obviously the initial contact being give me money, which came off really badly. All the while they're contacting my sponsors, trying to harm my income. They're already calling me a plagiarist without having spoken to me, and they're already writing their video about me. I also think maybe in some part this wasn't originally about me, because I'm friends with somebody that they have been harassing for years, and I think maybe this was just a way to continue to harass that other person in a small way. I might be wrong about that. There's a lot of other things as well. I mean, the fact that they've said, where's the quote again so I don't misquote it? Hold on. I will make sure your reputation burns. That's clearly just saying, I'm going to smear you. I want to ruin your reputation and take away your livelihood. That's what it is. And it's hard for me to see that this might be in good faith if that's the approach that you're going to take. There was also a lot of ways that they sort of twisted things to, I guess, emotionally manipulate people who are watching into hating me more. But for things that I didn't do, besides the plagiarism, which I'm saying I didn't do, but you could argue that was a misunderstanding. Like, there's a part in their video where she's talking about how they're going through some financial difficulties, something to do with her wife's job. It's none of my business, but they said it in the video. But that was followed up by, I'm taking food from their starving mouths because I made a video on the same topic.
That's so pathetic.
That's...
Bro, Ethel is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic, dude. Holy shit. You're taking food out of my mouth. Shut the fuck up.
Just, I mean,
I hope people keep taking more food out of your mouth.
It's making it sound like I'm depriving you of money. Like I'm the reason something is happening with your wife's job and the reason that you're maybe not making as much money. And I've been there. Like last year, you all know I had a really rough time, and I'm maybe not fully okay now. I probably shouldn't admit this on YouTube, but I'm maybe not fully okay now, but things are better. But I'm not taking food from your starving mouths. That's a really emotionally loaded statement. And
yeah, which is funny. Leah M, you are right. Yet Ethel contacts her sponsors. So she's complaining about that Vangelina's taking money out of her mouth. But Ethel is actually taking legitimate steps to contact sponsors to take food out of Vangelina's mouth. That is fucking horrible.
But I am sorry you're going through a hard time. I don't want anybody to be going through a hard
It's some plagued moth vibes.
time. But it's got nothing to do.
What is this? She includes me in troll tweets. Get up, stop laughing. I harvest kiwi farms for a living. Didn't you know? What the fuck?
With me, your video was made way before my video. My video didn't take views from your video, because most views occur when a video comes up, and in the field that I'm in of YouTube, we're all making videos about the same topics. I mean, me and Marky made a video on the exact same topic on the exact same day, like 40 minutes apart. His came after mine, and neither of us feel badly about him. I actually messaged him to joke about it, like that was it. I was like, crazy how that happened, and that was the end of it. I won't go on that too much, but it's just really emotionally loaded. It just didn't sit right with me. The other thing was that the thumbnail for the video was Vangelina Skov scams her patrons, which I didn't do, and that's not something that came up in the video. It was just...
Yeah, that's a blatant lie That's a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. Fuck.
To add an extra accusation onto me, just to make me look worse, and to have people go into the video already angry.
Confusing. You have a lot of work to do with this stream.
And she said something.
We're gonna clip all the Keffals stuff together. So I'm gonna go over the new Keffals video right after this, and we have to clip out the Vangelina and Ethel segment.
If you're a member of her Patreon, do you like being played for sucker? Because that's what she's doing. Again, like, it's just trying to... What's the word? Trying to kind of suggest accusations that just aren't...
No, she's accusing you. I wouldn't say suggesting accusations. She's actively accusing you of scamming your patrons, which is insane to even do in the first place.
Anyway, true. And it's also, once again, just like with the contacting my sponsors, is trying to attack my income, because you're trying to get people to leave my Patreon, which if they want to do that, they can do that. Of course, like, I'm not holding them there hostage. But it's another thing to try and incite people to leave the Patreon for no reason, just because you're saying that I'm scamming them, but I'm not, and you didn't even, like, it's just not a thing. It's just another reason why I feel like this is bad faith. Another thing was that she said I'm just another Illuminati. But Illuminati has been accused of abusing people, allegedly. It's just not the same thing, and that was just used because she could put it in the title, in the description, and in the tags for good SEO, so if people search Illuminati, that video might come up. It's also, again, trying to suggest accusations that aren't there, to try and associate me. That's the word I'm looking for, to try and associate me with really terrible things. But I didn't do them. They also had an entire section, how this affected my health. It was that they had a tooth infection and a broken foot before I even published my video, before they reached out to me or anything. And for some reason, I made it harder. It just doesn't make any sense. It feels like, again, you're trying to associate me with things that have nothing to do with me. I mean, that's the equivalent of, like, you guys know, some of you will know anyway, that I had an MRI on my back recently, right? Because I have a really bad back. I have a problem with leg pain. I have done for...
I feel like we got the gist. I feel... Okay, listen. And this is how I'm going to end off this segment, okay? So we can get into the Keffals Cope video, because I feel like we got this. Maybe I'll go over Essence of Thoughts exposed stream later. I kind of want to end off on, like, this section in particular. I don't believe Vangelina did anything in acts of malice whatsoever. To the r/YouTube drama dipshits that linked my video into the subreddit to come over here and be like, oh, this original Vangelina video is going to age poorly. You are all complete hive mind dumbasses without a single shred of independent thought. Not a single one of you. And to Ethel, you have created a mountain out of a molehill to the degree that you have blackmailed another creator for 30% of their income from a video for your videos that came out years ago. On top of that, you have used screenshots as evidence when it is a public screenshot. You made those public. People could use those. God forbid that somebody uses your screenshot. Your entire video, your entire life is a joke at this point because of how pathetic that video was. I swear to God, that is the most pathetic thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life, and I hope you wake up one day and realize that. Please piss the fuck off. That's crazy. It's crazy to me that this is, like, even a conversation that's being had. It's, like, crazy. Jesus. Okay.
There's a situation.
Confusing. This is where we're going to edit in to the original part of the stream with the Keffals stuff. You're going to edit this at the end of that video. Okay? So you're going to clip out this section and put it in there. So, let's start like the beginning of what this section is going to be. So Keffals apparently uploaded a video 47 minutes after we reacted to the other videos. And apparently it's about Repsion? Repsion? Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute here. Did she change the thumbnail? Did she change the thumbnail? Hold on. Give me a minute here. Yep, she changed the thumbnail.
There's a situation right now that I really want to talk about this YouTuber named Repsion. He has about 700,000 subscribers, and he has been incredibly deranged recently. He's
okay.
Said a bunch of incredibly bizarre and threatening statements
God,
towards
you're
me,
so
and
slow.
I honestly have just ignored it up until this point.
Kiwi fart. They were, though. So, like, where's the lie? Where's the lie? I thought you were quitting, Keffals. I thought you said you weren't paying attention to comments anymore. I thought you said you weren't paying attention to comments and you were going to walk away and no more caring about what people said. Oh, God. We just went over it like an hour ago.
Until he came into my comment section today and said Kiwi Farms is right. So what's really bizarre about the situation is that Repsion and I actually were pretty amicable.
Oh my fucking God. Are you serious? Are we doing the same thing that she did with Ethan? Are we doing that right now? Are we doing that right now? Are you... Remember when she tried to be like, well, Ethan DM'd me and we were on friendly terms, but then he started completely shitting on me, and it's crazy that Ethan would do that. We're doing it again. We're looping. This is a lol cow. This is a lol cow. She doesn't learn from her mistakes. Prime lol cow material, chat. Why would you DM him at 1 a.m. 2 years ago? What the fuck?
Towards each other. We have DMs going back to...
Heyo, has GoFundMe given any more issues? If you have a lawyer, I'd really recommend posting the payment/receipt charges for the attorney as evidence that it isn't fraudulent. GoFundMe restored my funds donated after I provided evidence that it wasn't fraudulent. It's an annoying headache to go through.
Just after I was swatted back in August 2022.
It finally went through. It's been really rough. Yeah, because you said, yeah, being swatted is bad. And no creator wants somebody to go through that. But then you proceeded to lie for 2 years about what actually happened and what website was actually swatting you. You lied. You lied, you lied, you lied.
He was being genuinely helpful and friendly.
I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry your experience is blatant mistreatment and discrimination. It's a shame that you have to publish a video like you did informing people in order to action to be able to take it by police. Public pressure is really the best way to invoke change sometimes, although it shouldn't have come to...
Then on August 29th of the same year...
Why'd you cut out the DMs, bitch?
He posted a tweet that I had sent to a locked Twitter account, and he asked me for the context of this tweet. I know that on its own, this... back in August 2022, he was being genuinely helpful and friendly. Then on August 29th of the same year, he posted a tweet that I had sent.
A hypersexualized environment that is also filled with minors is a good start. Yeah, I would ask you as well what the context of this goddamn tweet is. I don't think that's crazy for Repsion to ask that. I don't think that's crazy for Repsion to ask you what the hell this tweet is. Oh, sweet Jesus Christ. Is she about to be like, well, it's kind of crazy that he would just DM me this question out of nowhere?
To a locked Twitter account. And he asked me for the context of this tweet. I know that on its own, this looks terrible. Here's the context of what I was replying.
Maybe I should make a list of what's wrong with this community. A hypersexualized environment that is also filled with minors is a good start. Still a weird fucking thing to say.
Which was...
What community? Are you talking about the trans community? What community in general are you talking about?
A tweet about what the problems are in the femboy community.
The femboy community. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. The femboy community. Please stop. 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 Stop.
And I stand by this. I think that the sexualization of minors is a huge problem in that community. Now, fast forward to the current day. I have...
But you were totally cool with Vosh having, like, lolicon on his computer and kind of, like, defended him from everyone calling him a freak? Like, okay.
I've not actually talked to Repsion since all of that went down. That was until Repsion decided to tag me in a tweet saying that he hopes that I unalive myself. Then he got suspended from Twitter, came back, and said that he hoped I get SA'd in prison. He's just been...
I knew my prior post get me locked out of no regrets. I meant what I said. Justice to being Keffals, I'll do it again. I hope you two perverted freaks end up in prison one day and drop the soap. See what happens. Holy shit. Okay, that's kind of fucking nuclear. But listen. The situation being is that there's a lot of allegations against both of you. Especially after the Vosh stuff where you guys were defending a man who had lolicon on his computer. No wonder Repsion got fucking mad about that.
Completely deranged recently.
No wonder everyone got mad at you guys.
Now again, I basically ignored all of this until now, but I decided to address this, and this
Why?
is like the most.
Why did you address it? Why?
Bizarre back and forth on Twitter. I said, just saw this in my YouTube comments. This is just targeted harassment. If you want to side with a far-right forum, they made multiple people.
Far-right forum, you dumb bitch. It's not a far-right forum. Stop calling it that. Stop calling Kiwi Farms an alt-right forum.
On a live,
they literally make fun of Nick Fuentes, a neo-Nazi.
I can't stop you.
Or at least a neo-Nazi. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. A fucking white supremacist neo-Nazi. Like, what the fuck? Like, like they make fun of him all the time.
But having big YouTubers go out of their way to say stuff like this to me is disgusting. Repsion quote tweeted this and called me a crybaby. Said
kind of true. Kind of true.
That he knew that I tried to play victim. And that he has his own thread, which he doesn't complain about, so I need to get over it. One of his fans—
That is so fucking true!
Actually called him out on this and said, this is honestly the worst take from you. I don't care if you hate Claire or whatever, but being a smarmy prick about extreme harassment and doxing tells me you've taken steps back somewhere. And he just responds by trolling, saying, I just ate a kiwi for lunch today. I don't know how my farmland is wrong. All I do is harvest kiwis all day.
But, okay, but Keffals calling Keemstar a pedo is just trolling. But when Repsion just goes, I ate a kiwi for lunch today. I don't know how my farmland is wrong. All I have to do is harvest kiwis all day long. Like, what? Calling Keemstar pedo, totally fine. But the minute that he makes a joke about kiwi farms, it's too far. Like, what world do we live in?
Long. Someone else posted this meme. Repsion when farmers share private information of Onision's victims. I sleep. Repsion when Keffals says feels bad, man. Real shit. And then he just admits that he's literally doing all of this because he finds harassing me fun, not because he even knows what's going on. One person asked him, what was Kiwi Farms right about? And he said, I actually don't know. All I—
Okay, bro. Nice. All right.
know is that it's a troll meme at this point. I see people say all the time and it makes people go batshit in response, and it's hilarious. It worked. Now, I don't—
The troll worked. He won. He won. He won. The troll won. It won. Like, what more do you have to say? He beats you in the trolling game. He beats you in the trolling game. Like, what more do I have to say here? This is a terrible fucking video, dude. Terrible fucking troll today. What the fuck is going on, dude? I fucking love this shit. Oh, okay. I'm gonna send you guys over to Gokinaru after we're done.
Want Repsion to be deplatformed? I don't even care. I just want to know why. Why is this acceptable? And why is it that a huge YouTuber can just get away with harassing smaller YouTubers and saying all of these awful, disgusting things? I never wanted any of this sort of engagement to happen in the first place, and I'd honestly be happy—
Then stop engaging with it, idiot. It's that easy. Signing off for the night. Keffals is a complete fucking loser. The Ethel individual, total goddamn loser. The r/YouTube drama subreddit, absolute fucking losers. Realistic, excuse me, that was disgusting. At the end of the day, all these people can suck my cock. Every single one of them. Get nice and sloppy on it, because genuinely, I don't like any of you people. None of you. You don't deserve my respect, nor will you get it. So there's that. I want to say thank you to everybody that came out tonight. Thank you guys so much for all your generous donations as well today. Thank you, Fernando, for the new membership. Karma with the $10. QTV with the 13 months. Doug with the 5 Canadian. Shala with the new membership. Thank you. Funbad with the 2. Johnny with the 5. Jack Walker with the 10. Gamer Dingo with the 5. Venomous Socks. Bader Molly with the 12 months. Thank you for the year membership. Moon Baby with the $4.99. Yo-Yo Pizza Boy with the $1.99. Baywolf with the 4. Yo-Yo with the 1. Venomous Socks with the 5. Yo-Yo with the 1. Venomous Socks with the 20. Thank you. Weaver of Dreams with the 7 months. Moon with the 1. Yo-Yo with the 1. Yo-Yo with the 1. And Astriel with a new membership. Thank you guys so much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe if you are new. Confusing. We have a lot of work to do, okay? We have to get that James clip up, and then we have to get the Keffals clips up, and then we also have to get the Ethel video up. Stick around for a second. I'm going to send you right over to Gokinaru. Tell Gokinaru I said hi, and tell him I